Good Tuesday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Hive, the site of this District 7 AAA matchup. And it's a doubleheader between Livingston Academy and Upperman. I'm Noel McKay on the call here on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us here live on the main UCR YouTube channel today. We welcome you into the Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show as we're moments away from tip-off in the first half of our doubleheader. It's one of the premier girls basketball rivalries in the entire state as the Lady Wildcats out of Livingston take on the Lady Bees out of Baxter. As we take a look at the tail of the tape in this game, I mentioned it is one of the premier rivalries. We've seen it happen in the postseason. We have seen countless meetings each and every season for decades and decades between Upperman and Livingston, two of the best teams in the state, two of the best coaches in the state, set to do battle once again. And it's two programs that, as always, when these two teams get together, we remind you, do not like each other very much at all. Hogeye Country doesn't like Baxter. Baxter doesn't like Hogeye Country. It leads to some explosive matchups with a lot of big-time highlights. Livingston Academy looking to bounce back in this game. They opened up district play last Thursday night at Cumberland County where they fell 50-36 to the Lady Jets. Lady Jets playing really good basketball, winners of 8 of their last 10, but Livingston in that game did not have Ellie Butler. She returns to the lineup tonight as they face the number 1 ranked in the Upper Cumberland and the number 1 ranked in the classification, Upperman Lady Bees. The Lady Bees ranked number 1 in the Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll, which released today. They are number 1 in the UC Top 5 as well, and they dominated their district opener, routing Skull Memorial 71-42. It was close in the first quarter, and then it was all Lady Bees from there. Livingston Academy, though, on the road, they know how to beat this team in this building. They've done it before. They'll look to do it again. We'll have all the action for you, including the tee-up starting lineups when we come back. This is high school basketball presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman Basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Our Overton County Livingston Farm Bureau is proud to support Livingston Academy Athletics. Christy Key, Corey Norrod, and John Godwin are always ready to help you with all your home, car, and life insurance needs. Located at 7486 Bradford Hicks Drive in Livingston, stop by and see them or give them a call at 931-823-1322. Go Hogeye!
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear EJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team represents a dedicated group of individuals possessing a wealth of expertise in land and farm sales. They possess a range of resources at their disposal, all aimed at showcasing the innate qualities of each property. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Land and Farm Team is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to present the Golf Ridge Resort at Center Hill Lake, featuring homes and large level building lots. Homes starting in the 290s and building lots starting at $42,900. The lots are soil tested and approved with utilities at the road and are ready for you to build your dream home. For more information, contact Realtor Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. It's time for the Tee Up starting lineups. Tee Up in Baxter, your hometown state-of-the-art indoor golfing experience. It's the Livingston Academy Lady Wildcats on the road under head coach Leslie Riddle with a record of 12 victories and 6 losses, 0-1 in District 7 AAA. Starting tonight for the Lady Wildcats, number 1, Mallie Carwile. Number 2, Cora Copeland. Number 10, Emma Poston. Number 20, Chloe Jenkins. And number 24, the 2,000-point scorer, Ellie Butler. Their opponents tonight, the homestanding Upperman Lady Bees under head coach Dana McWilliams in her 31st season in Baxter. The Lady Bees with a record of 17 victories and 3 losses, 1-0 in District 7 AAA. For the Lady Bees starting tonight, number 11, Sadie South. Number 12, Taylor Delenti. Number 22, Gracie Butler. Number 23, Maggie Butler. And number 41, Ava Mae Allen. I'm Noel McKay on the call, joined by the lovely Madison McKay producing things as per usual. The crowd continuing to file in when Livingston and Upperman get together. Going to be a great doubleheader for you. Livingston in the road, blue jerseys and shorts, white numbers and accents with gold trim. Upperman in the home, white jerseys, white shorts, gold numbers on the front and the back with black Lady Bees across the chest plate. Live on the main UCR YouTube channel, one of 3 games to choose from. Also over on Facebook tonight, it's Pickett County and Gordonsville in a single-A district matchup. And it's Cookeville taking on Smyrna in a 4A district matchup. It's always fireworks when these two teams get together. We welcome you in. We encourage you to comment along with us. Gracie Butler against Cora Copeland in the circle. Lead official walks up, throws it up. Let's get it on one more time in this rivalry as Ellie Butler possesses the tip and LA goes to work. Looking for a fast start here on the road. Emma Poston with it in the half court. She sends off to Cora Copeland. Copeland flashing inside in the mid-range, trying to work down Maggie Butler is Chloe Jenkins. She sends back out to Mallie Carwile and back out. Some familiar faces for Livingston Academy. A lot of role players in previous years have elevated into the starting lineup. The one mainstay, young lady who turnaround shot won't fall, Ellie Butler, no good. Taylor Delenti, who just passed 1,000 points in her career, gets the rebound, pushes that in transition. 3 straight weeks with Player of the Week honors from BCAT for Taylor Delenti as Gracie Butler drives underneath lay, won't go. Nicely defended by Emma Poston. Here comes Livingston the other way. Posted in transition, bounces into the low block. It's bobbled, the trap arrives, and it's a turnover. Upperman starting in the man-to-man, as is Livingston. There's an offline pass. Ava Mae Allen saves it, but it goes right to Emma Posted, and a chance for LA to push. Posted with a ton of steam, throws a shot up. It's blocked by Delenti. She didn't establish inbound, so it'll stay on this end with Livingston Academy. Let us know in the comment section who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. As always, Upperman basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment. Livingston basketball presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau. Appreciate both of them. And we had maybe a spill over there of some water when the players went flying in trying to save it, so that's the stoppage. Minute 1 second in, and we are scoreless. Usually, historically, when these two teams get together, it's a defensive war. That changes for a moment as Cora Copeland gets the inbound pass, turns around and puts it in, and LA strikes first on the road. Ava Mae Allen into the half court with it. Fires to Maggie Butler. Livingston is in their zone defense. Both these teams are so lethal in their zones, but they are different. Delenti lines up the triple no. Upperman 0 for 2 from the field early on in this contest. Livingston will look to capitalize as they bring it up 90 seconds in with Emma Poston. Poston sends over to Copeland. Copeland, a long guard up there at the top of the key. Sends off to Carwile. Mallie Carwile flashes into the low post for Jenkins. Tries to move past Maggie Butler, and we will have a foul called. Both Butler twins in there. And Coach McWilliams signals travel. The official says no. See who got that one. I believe it's 23. It is. Maggie Butler picks up her first, team's first, and a trip to the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line to shoot 2 for the first time in the ball game. The first one rattles home for Chloe Jenkins. Next one for Jenkins. Good. Great start for Livingston on the road against the top-ranked team in the class in the Lady Bees. It was a slow start against Stone as well. Ultimately, Upperman running out of time as the press really doing wonders for Livingston, but a good pass finds Delenti. She drives inside, barrels, no block, gets it back. Back to Maggie Butler. She lines up the triple, no. Nearly missed everything. Wrestled from behind by Delenti. That shot blocked by Poston. Another fight for it. We'll have a jump. Never mind, a travel, not a jump. Where's this basketball going? It's going to the Lady Bees. Okay, pointed one way and then we'll go the other. Physical play early. We saw a lot of touch fouls in this gym in the Stone game. Nobody liked it. Back to Delenti as Upperman. A slow start. It's 4-0. I misspoke, said it was 5. It's 4-0. Delenti gives over to Maggie Butler. Maggie off the dribble. Back to Delenti. Back to Maggie. With both Butler twins in the game, we'll go first name basis for the most part. Allen sends to Delenti. Delenti flashes into Gracie Butler. She drives and is fouled. Gracie Butler to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Well, she will shoot 2. That foul goes on Chloe Jenkins. Her first, team's first. We'll read some of the comments here coming up. Keep them rolling in. Gracie Butler's been a mainstay at the charity stripe for Upperman this season. Her first one is up, and it is good, nothing but net. And Upperman is on the board. On the season, Gracie Butler, a 67% free throw shooter. Upperman not great at the charity stripe this year. Bit of a surprise when you consider how well they shoot the ball from long range. And there is a miss for Gracie Butler, and Livingston with a 3-point lead in the basketball. Jenkins back out for Poston. Emma Poston going to war with Taylor Delenti, and we will have a foul called for a push. Letting them get away with it for a second, but the secondary push does get the foul on Taylor Delenti. That's her first, team's second. 5:18 to go in the first quarter. Both defenses settling in early. Upperman has not gone to their 2-3. We've seen LA go into their zone. Poston works it around right side. Back to Carwile. Mallie Carwile, she can really shoot the basketball. We'll float back. We're 3 minutes into the contest. Buckle your seatbelts. Anytime these two teams get together, has the makings of a great one. Regular season last year, 2 close ones. Upperman swept as that one's poked out of play by Allen as they tried to fire in for Ellie Butler. Upperman swept the regular season, but Livingston got the win in the district tournament. Remember, that was the tournament. Upperman finished 4th. Inbound to Ellie Butler. Pulls up in the mid-range. Good for 2. First 2 for Ellie Butler. And Livingston with a great start. They lead by 5 on the road. Gracie Butler with it. Back to Ava Mae Allen. Right side, Sadie South. South, couple of dribbles. Back to Gracie Butler. She lines up the triple. No good. Long rebound. Carwile boxes out Butler. And it'll go back to Livingston Academy. And it's going to be a timeout time for Dana McWilliams. Great start for Livingston on the road. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 30 seconds, so we'll stay through it. See if we can figure out. Cookville was having trouble with Facebook because Facebook stinks. It's on my page. Okay, why not? It's shared to the main page, so please don't send me a friend request. I'm not going to accept it. I'll get like 40 of them. No disrespect. I just don't know everybody. Livingston leads 6-1 on the road, but we are live with all 3 of those games. Cookville, Smyrna, this one, of course, and Pickett County, Gordonsville tonight. Jacobs in Smyrna. As Jacobs in Smyrna, Casey and Jack are in Byrdstown tonight. Livingston ball got to be feeling great about the way they've started on the defensive end. Nothing easy for the Lady Bees. Upperman into the full court press out of that timeout. Nice pass to Jenkins. Chloe Jenkins sends over left side. Wide open lane. Breakdown defensively leads to a 2 for Cora Copeland. And a dream start for Livingston on the road. 8-1. LA out in front. Cora Bass in the half court. Sends backside Sadie South. Overpass finds Maggie Butler. Maggie trying to back down Butler. Gives back to Bass. That zone low 1-3-1 mix up. It can do all sorts of different things for Leslie Riddle depending on what she's trying to take away. Against the Lady Bees, you're trying to take away the 3 ball. Delenti sends left side south back to Delenti. It'll be the first time Upperman's faced a zone like this season, and you can see early on it's giving the Lady Bees trouble. Cora Bass left side. Power dribbles, now Delenti. Skip pass for Butler, back to Bass. Cora Bass lines up the triple, nearly banked it in. Rebound down to Mally Carwile, swiped by Maggie Butler, but she'll be called for a foul, and it's the second on Maggie Butler. The third team foul, and it sends Gracie Butler to the table as Maggie will be forced out. Livingston looking to extend their lead. That's what Stone wasn't able to do. It was a slow start then as well, but they weren't able to push the lead in that first quarter. Livingston so far doing a much better job of that. As you figure Upperman will roar to life at some point. Ellie Butler lines up that deep one. No good. She's got the range. Delenti going to save it inbounds. Maybe wish she didn't. Instead, she'll get free, puts the dribble down. Taylor Delenti into the half court, left side. Cora Bass sees the lane. Skip pass over to a wide open Sadie South. That one's no good. Offensive rebound for Ella Harrell, who clears out and finishes the two. Ella Harrell with the first field goal of the game for Upperman. Comes nearly 5 minutes into the contest, an 8-3 game. Nicely breaking the press there is Poston. Underhand flip over to Copeland. Drives and a foul inside against the Lady Bees, who are about to find themselves into foul trouble early. This one goes on Gracie Butler. It's her first. 4 team fouls to 1 so far. Sub into the game for the first time, Reese Collins checks in for Leslie Riddle. Coming in for Emma Poston. Inbound to Butler. She hands off to Collins. Collins with that speed around off the bench. Now slicing through. Carwile forced back out. Tip pass to Collins. Upperman is in their 2-3. So the battle of the zones commences. Both of them elite. Livingston at Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll just on the outside. First team receiving votes at that 11 spot. And now a push. And Collins, no doubt about that one. 2 hands into the back of Taylor Delenti. But it eliminates a transition opportunity after the miss in the half court. 2:33 to go in the first quarter. It's 8-3. Donnie's cheering on Livingston. Kelly's cheering on the Bees, as is Heather. Amy, hope you're feeling all right. Randy, thank you. I'm feeling much, much better. James is watching, cheering on Livingston. Gracie Butler from the free throw line pulls up. No good. Upperman ice cold from the field. Shiveringly cold. LA trying to capitalize. There's Butler. She sends left side Collins. Collins fires a dangerous pass that finds Carwile. Carwile into the low block. Copeland. Turnaround shot and another foul. Count it. What a finish. Cora Copeland with the finish. And this is going to be the second, I believe, on Gracie Butler. The Butler twins each with 2 fouls. Big development there as Livingston goes into the bonus with 2:06 to go, and the Butler twins are both on the bench with 2 fouls. Ava Mae Allen back into the game. And that's what Upperman going to want to have back. Could be huge as Livingston has an early lead and 2 starters in foul trouble for Upperman. All the makings you want if you're LA on the road early. And the free throw gets the friendly roll at the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line. Livingston in the press, and that'll be a foul on Collins, who's come off the bench and picked up 2 quick ones. Just the third on Livingston, though, have 1 more to give. And Emma Poston going to check back in for Collins with those 2 fouls. And so far, no big gripe with any of the calls. So Upperman playing physical, and they're getting tagged with personals. Bass flip pass ahead for Allen as they break the press momentarily. Allen back to Bass. Now left side to Lenti. Thought about lining it up. Back for Bass. Left side to Lenti. Wanted it. Now she has it. South flashes up to the top of the circle. Back to Delenti. Left side Allen. Think about that overpass inside to Harrell. It's nicely guarded right now by Copeland. Right side South. Back out to Lenti. Now Allen. Long possession here for Upperman. They trail by 8 on their home floor. Great defense again by Livingston Academy. Bass inside. South is open. They don't see her yet. And a great job by Poston to realize it and go cover up. Delenti from a mile away. In and out. No, another miss. Upperman can't buy one. Livingston with an 8-point lead, pushing it in transition. There's Mally Carwile. Fires into Copeland. Back pass out. Swatted by South, out of play. It'll stay with Livingston with 1:13 to go in the first. Butler to inbound next to the Upperman bench. No problem in for Poston. Poston works it around left side against the zone. Now back out Carwile. 1:08 to play, and a first quarter controlled by the road team here on the road. Underhand Carwile. Back left side posted. Thought about triggering it. We play on. Butler loves that spot in the mid-range. Got wide open. She's going to make that 99 out of 100 times. Ellie Butler gives Livingston a 10-point lead on the road. What a quarter for L.A. Delenti back to Bass. Thought about it. Puts the dribble down instead. Delenti wide open again. That one won't go. Story of the quarter offensively for Upperman. They can't buy one. Here's Butler in transition. Coast to coast. Now slams the brakes. Crosses over. It's poked free. Delenti has it. It's not tied up. Now it will be. And a jump with the arrow belonging to Upperman with 26.8 to go in the quarter. Checking in, here is Mia Hughes for the first time. A little foul defense by Leslie Riddle potentially. Chloe Hammock also in for Ellie Butler. And Gracie Butler to the table. She's trying to check in, and they will let her in despite those 2 fouls for this offensive possession as Upperman's looking for points. Great defense early on for Livingston. Upperman's had a few open looks. They are not falling. And LA is hitting their looks in the half court. 13-3. Upperman holding for the final shot. Surprise to no one here. That's the right decision. 12 seconds left. Delenti back to Bass. Bass off a screen, back to Delenti, into Butler. The clear out from Harrell leads to a wide open 2 by Gracie Butler. 1 second left, and that will do it at the end of a good first quarter for Livingston on the road. After 1, it's LA 13, Upperman 5. This is high school basketball presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Links Drive in Cookeville. With 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms at a prime location, this could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
13-5, Livingston with the lead on the road. 7 points for Cora Copeland in the frame. Ellie Butler with 4. 3 for Gracie Butler on the other side. The Butler twins, Gracie and Maggie, with 2 personal fouls apiece. Livingston with the basketball and the 8-point lead here on the road. I'm Noah McKay, Madison McKay producing things. Happy to be along with you. And we'll see if Livingston can do what Stone couldn't do, which is maintain an early lead. If that one is tipped out of play, it'll go the other way to the Lady Bees 11 seconds into the quarter. Very interesting first quarter for both teams. Upperman really struggled from the field, a big assist to the Livingston zone. And Cora Copeland, using her length, had a great first frame. Butler flips over looking for Harrell, swatted away by Mia Hughes. Great defense as they try to fire in. We mentioned on last Thursday as that pass goes into Hughes. She doesn't want the basketball. It's stolen away by Cora Bass. Bass now weaving through 4 different blue jerseys. Finds South short on the lay-in, though. Possession back the other way. Another miss on a bunny for Upperman. Poston with a ton of speed. Drives in. Throws it up. Good. Emma Poston with her first basket. Back out in front by 10. South in the half court. Shot fake. Back to Bass. Butler was hunting a steal on the pass. Bass realized it. Didn't throw it for Delenti. Again, the pass out to South. Now Delenti out of the corner. Triggers a tray. Another miss for Upperman. Rinse and repeat. And that's a huge one. Over the back on Gracie Butler. It's her 3rd. And if you are Livingston and you want to come on the road and win a game, fast start, one of the best players in the area in foul trouble. Check, check. Just 9 minutes into the game, Livingston's got to love where they are with a 10-point lead. Gracie Butler will miss, we imagine, the remainder of the first half. Maggie Butler will check in. She's playing with 2. The depth of the Lady Bees about to get tested here. Livingston, that pass dangerous. Somehow found a target. Back out posted. She'll drive in. That pass tipped by Butler. Went right to Bass. Now Bass with a crossover on Poston. Bass picks up her dribble. Auburn Johnson into the game for the first time. She's been playing a lot more here in recent weeks. Bass drives, overhand flip for Butler. Back to South. Long 3. No good. Rebound tip. Johnson has it. Back out to Delenti. Is this the one for Taylor Delenti? No. Can't buy an open three. Can the Lady Bees? Livingston has to stretch the lead now while they're missing. Butler in the mid-range, swiped away by Maggie Butler right to Auburn Johnson. Johnson got away with a double dribble. Back to South. Got away with a clear one. Right side South now, Maggie Butler. These are 5 that have not played together very much. Forced into it because of the foul trouble. Bass, shot fake, drives up and under, a foul. And Cora Bass going to shoot 2 at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. See who they get this one on for Livingston. It goes on. Let's see who they got that one on. They caught it on Copeland. She's not on the floor, as Bass's first free throw is good. Yeah, they changed that. That goes on Chloe Hammock. It's her first, team's first. Cora Bass at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. The credit early was all on the Livingston defense. Right now, Upperman's getting open looks, and they're bricking all of them. 15-6 our score. 5:41 to go in half number 1. Jenkins with it. Sends left side Hammock. Both offenses have slowed. No surprise, man. All the matchups, everyone knows each other. The coaches know each other so well. You know what the adjustment's going to be before you make it. In the half court, Butler gives off. Now they fire back to her from the wing. Butler drives and reverses it right side. Posted. Tiptoeing the out-of-bounds line, drives in, pulls up in the mid-range. No, got her own rebound, though. What a play as it went right back to Emma Poston, sitting in the soft spot of the defense. An 11-point Livingston lead. Bass sends right side to South. Back to Butler. South again. Both the three-point marksmen for the Lady Bees are ice cold to start, Delenti and South. South going to have another chance from the left corner. Good. Sadie South for the first time hits a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3, and that is not what Leslie Riddle wanted to see, as she's arguably the purest shooter in the Upper Cumberland. That's saying something when we got a lot of great shooters. 8-point game again. Hammock with it. 4.5. Feels like a huge 4.5 in this game. Livingston wants to extend with Gracie Butler on the bench. That one tipped a couple of times. Delenti forced it, and then Butler got the steal. Delenti with Hammock in front. Drives, throws it up, and the foul. Chloe Hammock going to be called for her second, and Taylor Delenti to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. Delenti on the season, a 75% free throw shooter. That leads the team, and Leslie Riddle wants a full timeout to talk about things as Upperman is starting to crack a little bit into the deficit. 4:19 to go. We'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds after a word from the Quality Family.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Full timeout call by Livingston. They lead 17-9. Been a great start for them. Gracie Butler's on the bench with 3 fouls, but Taylor Delenti will be at the line when we return to action to shoot 2. Reese Collins and Chloe Hammock have 2 fouls as well for Livingston. That's 2 players off the bench. Much better than the alternative if you're Livingston, which sees Upperman have 2 players with 2 and 1 with 3. Delenti at the stripe after the turnover. And I'm sure that's one thing that Coach Riddle wanted to address, the turnover starting to tally up for LA as they're looking to extend the lead. As long as Gracie Butler's on the bench, you want to be pulling away. And another missed free throw, the second already in the first half for the Lady Bees. Mentioned their struggles at the line this year, becoming a real note. Next one for Delenti. That one is good. Lady Bees back within 7. Livingston trying to break the press, and they're looking to do it with Mally Carwile. Picks up her dribble. Coach McWilliams wants to travel, doesn't get it. Both ways, there's been a few tonight. Jenkins Works it over left side. Now Poston sends it back right, and a ton of contact inside. This is a big call. Ava Mae Allen was in there, as was Maggie Butler. And now we're going to have a discussion. Never mind, the foul called. Who's this one on? It goes on Ava Mae Allen. And that's one, if you're an Upperman fan, you're saying, hey, 41, put your hand in the air. You don't have any fouls. Maggie Butler does. We're midway through the second quarter. Inbounds pass, sent over the top for Carlisle. Poston's wide open, gets the pass. Defense collapses on her, now in Copeland. She sparked him early, and another foul. Be the third team foul against the Lady Bees. Who's this one on? Another one on Ava Mae Allen. That's her second personal, and it'll send Ella Harrell to the table to check in. And now, this is the first time I've seen this five together on the floor. Harrell, Johnson, Allen, South, and Delenti. The fouls are wrecking havoc. Butler gets a couple of off-ball screens. Triggers the tray. Got it. Ellie Butler with a Twin Lakes tractor three. Great set play for Livingston Academy. They go back out in front by double digits. Allen to Johnson. Now South. She just hit one. Now she's hit two. An answer for Sadie South at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate three-point line. And we trade back and forth to a 7-point game. Pass in. Copeland. Copeland trying to turn on Delenti. Throws it up. No. Well defended. Rebounded by Harrell. And now Delenti pushing it ahead. Delenti to Johnson out of the corner. Baseline drive for Johnson. Fires Harrell. That one ricochets around. Ill-advised pass leads to a turnover. It'll go back to Livingston. Poston it, pushing it ahead. The pace picking up just a little bit here. Now inside free. Great design again. Chloe Jenkins with the finish. Those are set plays all the way. Now Allen with it. Back to a 9-point game. South fires a dangerous pass. Butler nearly stole it. Johnson has it. Butler harassing. Now back to South. Allen looking in. Harrell. Turnaround shot blocked. Chloe Jenkins with the swat. It stays on this end. Maggie Butler, Cora Bass, each checking back into the game here. 2:37 to go in the first half. A 9-point Livingston lead. They've led by as many as 11. Bass to inbound. Floats out to South. Back to Bass in the corner. Bass finds Maggie Butler. Collision inside. Delenti with it. Jenkins closes out on her. Back to Bass. South standing in the corner. Butler kind of stalking like a free safety. 2:20 to go in the second quarter. Intensity level ratcheting up in the gym. Livingston was not happy with their effort against Cumberland County. An errant pass, a turnover, and Dana McWilliams wants timeout. They're going to be much happier with the start here tonight on the road in Baxter. See if this is a 30 or a full. It will be 30 with 2:13 to go in the second quarter, a 22-13 lead. Let's take a look at the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. In Crossville tonight, White County taking on Stone Memorial, and it's Sparta with a 30-22 lead late in the second quarter. Elsewhere, Cookeville leads Smyrna 21-9. No surprise there. That girls' district outside of Cookeville and Lebanon is abysmal. And those two teams going to blow out a bunch of people this year. There's your EJ's Barnes scoreboard update. We'll have an update from Pickett County Gordonsville coming up when we get it. Big 2:13 to go in the second. Kind of been hanging out here. 11 points to 7 points. The lead for Livingston. They want to get it to 11, 13, 15. Upperman wants it down to 5. Carlisle fires to Poston quickly against the press. Poston going to drive. Fires a pass tipped by Johnson, who read it, but saved it right into Poston. And then a whistle and a travel is the call on Poston. She did. I thought it was going to be a foul for a moment, but she shot faked and then drugged that back foot. Weird execution, but the call was correct, we think. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. It's 22-13. South and Butler exchange pleasantries on the way by. Flip pass, that's just really, really not a good idea, and well defended by Livingston. 3 different blue jerseys right there. They are ready for that overpass. Harrell's been getting about 10 points a game with that. Livingston saw it. They've adjusted. Poston left wing. 9-point game. LA may be wise to drain a little bit of clock here. Butler off a couple of screens. She's got 2 Lady Bees in her face. Works off a screen. Off balance. Goodness gracious. Ellie Butler with a Twin Lakes tractor 3. She's feeling it. and it's a 12-point Livingston lead on the road. What a first half for LA. That pass intercepted by Carlisle. Read it the whole way. Numbers if they hurry. Over to Butler. She is fouled. Delenti gets her second. And Ellie Butler, a great free throw shooter, to the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line to shoot 2. Dream start for Livingston. Nightmare start for Upperman. Largest home deficit of the season for the Lady Bees, who are undefeated in this gym this year. And the first one is good for Ellie Butler as she pushes it to 13. Mention how critical these 2 minutes are. Right now, Livingston extending their advantage. Next one, no doubt about it for Ellie Butler. 8 1/4, 12 1/2 for 24 out of Livingston. LA looks like a team playing with their hair on fire. Upperman asleep at the wheel. Delenti throws up the runner. In and out, no. Fight for the rebound. Delenti able to wrestle it away. Back out to Allen, 53 seconds. Huge possession for Upperman heading into the break. Allen. Waiting. Sierra Nash on the floor. She can shoot it. The senior doesn't get a ton of minutes. 40 seconds. Right side south. Great defense by Livingston. Another dangerous pass. Intercepted again by Ellie Butler. One-on-one with Allen. She drives, turn around, and a charge. Ava Mae Allen takes the charge. Ellie Butler called for her first personal. Big call there. 30.2 seconds to go in the second, and a break for the Lady Bees. Any way you slice it, they'll get it back. I'm a fan of the no call there. But they didn't ask me. They rarely do. Delenti bringing it up. That's huge in this game. And Livingston just hunting these passes, ratcheting up the turnovers. Allen with 19 seconds. Another one nearly stolen away, out of play, and it's going to Livingston. Upperman telegraphing their passes. Livingston now hunting those passes. See if there's an adjustment there in the break, because it is open season in transition as Auburn Johnson checks in for Ava Mae Allen. 15 seconds to go in the second. 27-13 our score. That pass ahead. Now over to Carlisle. Now Carlisle with it, back to Copeland. They got to get it to Ellie Butler. She's on fire right now. Posted. 4 seconds. Posted. Looks in, and it will be a pull-up jumper. No good. Brings us to the end of a really great first half for Livingston Academy on the road. As we head into the break, it's Livingston 27, Upperman 13. Hope we'll be joined by a coach. Think we will during the Happy Heller halftime show when we come back. A 14-point Livingston lead on the road. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement. And start a career where memories start with you.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. At the break, Livingston with a 27-13 lead. First half of our doubleheader because we have the boys' game to follow between Livingston and Upperman. We're joined by Upperman head coach Bobby McWilliams. Coach, thank you as always for taking some time. You open up district play on Thursday and you're able to grind it out. You get the 62-45 victory over Stone Memorial. How critical was it for your guys to come out here and set the tone in a very difficult district and kind of open up your play at home and get that victory?
Yeah, I mean, you have to hold serve at home. We've said that, since we've been, coaching, that you need to win your home games, for sure in your league, and try to get as many as you can on the road. But, it's good to get off to a good start. It's been a while since we've won the first game of the district, I think, that we've played in. So, that's kind of refreshing. But, that's water under the bridge, and you're only as good as your next game. So hopefully, we'll be able to, show up and play good again tonight.
Livingston Academy in here, and as per usual with a Jimmy Miller coach team, very athletic basketball team that likes to get after it. What are some of the things that have jumped out to you about this Livingston team?
Well, they've got quite a bit of experience out there, especially and three of their key players for sure. But it's the same things. You're going to say they're going to dribble, pass, and shoot it, and defend you, and you're not going to outplay them. So we're just expecting just a well-coached team and a hard-fought game for sure. But hopefully we can play well ourselves. We've had a few better practices, and that's kind of helped us. But every game's a new one, and we just have to see. How we keep progressing from start to finish of the game, and then hopefully, from now to the end of the year.
Your basketball team is so interesting. The thing that jumped out to a lot of people who maybe had their first exposure with the game against Stone, because that was a marquee game kind of around the state, it was your two bigs. And everyone knows Bronson Chaffin, but maybe a big coming-out party for Colton Johnson on both sides of the basketball. His development in his sophomore season, how critical has that been for you? And where is this, the potential for a kid like Colton Johnson?
Yeah, he's just now coming into his own. He's been truly, a blessing for us as far as where he's at. And, right now in his career, he's soaking a lot up in practice, and that's he started doing that last year when he first got back from football, and it's just kind of progressed, and he's seeing some big dividends from working hard last year and not getting as many minutes. That should go out to any young player. They should know if you work hard, you're going to get rewarded later. Is when you're going to see it, and that's exactly what happened with him. But he's been able to. Put us at another level, which is what we need. And, we've got some other kids that have started to kind of come into their own a little bit, and it's just taking a little bit of time. And that's, you can't replace experience. I don't care, how good they are. And so we're starting to see some of those guys that have been getting minutes that maybe hadn't played as well in games yet or done the things in games that they have done in practice. So if we can ever put all that together and keep meshing together as a team, I just really like where we're going with this group.
Last one for you. Another poll came out. Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll has you guys ranked as the #1 team in the state. Coaches always say rat poison. How do you block that out? I mean, you're #1 in our poll, #1 in that poll, and pretty much every poll that anybody puts together right now. How do you block that out, knowing you got to worry about Livingston Academy tonight in a very difficult district?
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit, and it doesn't matter who, it doesn't matter who you are. You're only as good as your next game, and you're only as good as your next practice. You're only as good as your next game. So, for us, we discussed that a little bit, and it's nice and all, but if you don't produce on the floor, it doesn't matter. And, a number one ranking for anybody is, that's good for our guys, and that's who it's for, and our fans. But for us going forward, that number one ranking doesn't mean anything to us. So we've got to do what we need to do, and hopefully we can continue working towards that goal, whatever that is.
Well, no nights off in District 7 AAA. Got a good one against the Wildcats coming up next. Coach, thanks as always for taking the time.
Thank you.
All Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. All Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. All Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do. Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer with a huge selection of outdoor power equipment including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Our Overton County Livingston Farm Bureau is proud to support Livingston Academy Athletics. Christy Key, Corey Norrod, and John Godwin are always ready to help you with all your home, car, and life insurance needs. Located at 7486 Bradford Hicks Drive in Livingston, stop by and see them or give them a call at 931-823-1322. Go Hog-Eye!
Welcome back again. Our thanks to Bobby McWilliams for joining us there during the Happy Hiller halftime show. Back to action here. Livingston with a great first half. They lead by 14 over Upperman on the road in Baxter. I'm Noah McKay. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us. Upperman turned it over like it was a bakery late in that second quarter. We'll see if they adjust or not. If Livingston can get a signature victory here in district play, trying to bounce back after a loss. Taylor Delente, ice cold from the field in the first half, couldn't get it to fall early in the second. Rattles off the front of the iron. A chance for LA to extend their lead. Driving in, Carwile floats back. Ellie Butler got it rolling. She triggers another three. No good. Rebound down. Ricochets, and Maggie Butler comes away with it. Maggie Butler sends over to Gracie. Gracie didn't play much in the first half. Picked up 3 quick fouls. Now Delente. Oh my, an offensive foul is called. But he's looking. No, he signaled the wrong way. Yeah, there's no way that was an offensive foul. It's a foul on Livingston. Yeah, it was going to be on Gracie Butler. Chloe Jenkins called for the push. It would have been the 4th on Gracie Butler, and Dana McWilliams would have got teed up because she set a screen and got pushed. All you know what would have broke loose in this gym. Allen inbounds over the top to Maggie Butler, to Delente. Delente's got to keep shooting as Maggie Butler has it now. Allen. Nobody scored yet so far in this quarter. Allen off the dribble, back to South. Now Delente, right side Maggie Butler. She lines up the triple, too strong. Ellie Butler with the board, and now she is a transition artist. Pushes it ahead in transition again. Butler, what a feed over to Jenkins, but short arm delay, no good. Rebound tipped out of play. It'll stay with Livingston. Last touch by Maggie Butler. My goodness, what a feed by Ellie Butler. Couldn't get the assist. A scoreless opening minute. Every minute that goes by scoreless is a good thing for Livingston. And Ellie Butler with a turnaround J. She's got 14 on the road, and the upset alert is on. I don't know if you can call it an upset when it's Livingston and Upperman as Delenti lines up the triple. No good. Another miss. Ice cold from the field. It was another good look. Butler sends over left side. Jenkins lines up the triple. Good. Chloe Jenkins with a Twin Lakes Tractor 3, and it's a 19-point Livingston lead. Timeout Upperman. We'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds.
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Amanette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Livingston red hot, Upperman ice cold. The end result, a 19-point LA lead with 6:27 to go in the third, and Livingston threatening to blow the doors off the Lady Bees on their home floor. It will be Upperman basketball after the tray by Chloe Jenkins. Her and Ellie Butler each with baskets early on in this half have stretched a halftime lead of 14 up to a third quarter lead of 19. Cora Bass with it here for the Lady Bees. Gives back to Taylor Delenti. Upperman's getting good looks. Can't make any of them fall. Sadie South hit the 2 threes in the game for Upperman. Shot fake there back to Delenti. They reverse floor back to Cora Bass. Now Delenti going to drive inside, fires a pass, ricochets. It's another turnover. LA defense has put Upperman in a straitjacket tonight. Here comes Ellie Butler with a ton of confidence. Gives back left side. Now Copeland gives over to Carwile. Now pass inside out to a wide open Ellie Butler. No. Rebound down to Taylor Delenti. She's looking to push it in transition. Upperman has not had many transition opportunities in this game. Delenti hesitates, baseline drive, foul. Chloe Jenkins, first starter tonight for Livingston in foul trouble. That's her third. And a trip to the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2 for Taylor Delenti. Went 1 for 2 earlier on in the game. Upperman needs everything to start falling. Livingston going to try to ratchet up the pressure more. Another miss. Upperman in this game, 2 for 5 at the free throw line. They can't make a free throw. They can't make a layup. They can't make a 3, and Livingston isn't missing. Delenti does make the second free throw. Just 2 points tonight for the leading scorer for the Lady Bees, averaging nearly 16 points a night. That pass ahead, nearly stolen, and a collision, and hopefully everybody's okay. It's going to be a foul called, and down on the floor is Cora Copeland. Mr. Crane, one of the best athletic directors in the business, to her quickly. She's back sitting up, thankfully. Clanked off the ground after a tie-up. I believe we had a foul called. If it is a foul, it's on Maggie Butler, which would be her third, and both Butler twins would have 3. And we got plenty of time for Cora Copeland. Coach Riddle was out to her, as is Chad Crane, and she's back to her feet. A round of applause from everybody. Hopefully she's okay. She's having a great game. Spurned them in the first quarter with 7 points. The foul does go on Maggie Butler. It is her third. So both Butler twins with 3. And if you're Upperman in a big hole, there ain't nothing going right for you. Not a thing. Inbound. Upperman tries to set up the press. Collins ahead. Sends left side. Daly blocked. Gracie Butler swats it out of play. Now it's Hughes, rather, on the shot. Gracie Butler flying back, swatted it out of play. This is an Upperman team that scored 30 and a quarter last week. But Livingston, a different sort of defense. That one no good. Delenti with the rebound, and she's looking to push it ahead. Collins with tons of speed cuts her off. Delenti back to Gracie Butler. Butler floats. Harrell going to war with Hughes in a low block. They're doing such a nice job inside against Ella Harrell in this game. Gracie Butler like a freight train, finger roll foul. Mallie Carwile will pick up her first, and Gracie Butler who is 1 for 2 at the line so far, will go to the line to shoot 2 at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line. 5:05 to go in the third quarter. It is 3 team fouls against Livingston. Just 1 so far against Upperman. First one for Butler. Another miss. Mentioned how Livingston's got that formula for a win. Upperman, how do you lose? Turn the basketball over, miss open looks, and miss free throws. Check, check, check. Next one, another 0 for 2 at the line. Collins has that one tipped, nearly stolen, fighting for it. South has it, gets it ahead to Bass. Bass back to Delenti. Delenti forced back out. Great transition defense by Livingston. Takes away an easy 2. Gracie Butler again, going to drive inside, puts it up. A foul on the floor is called. Not a shooting foul, so take the points off the board. It is the 4th team foul, though, against the Lady Cats. Harwile picks up her second. It'll send Cora Copeland back to the table. That's a great sight. She clanked her head off the ground, it looked like. Bass gets it into Butler, throws it up, good. Gracie Butler starting to get inside, and it's back to a 16-point game. Collins breaks the pressure nicely ahead to Hughes. Now Butler, jump stop, that's her patented shot. Good for 2 more. She gets to that spot in the mid-range, you can jog back the other direction. Scored a ton of her 2,000 points that way as Bass has it poked, gets it back. Now back to Butler. Gracie Butler driving downhill again. That should be a charge, and it is. Hughes stood in there and took it, and now Gracie Butler is down, and hopefully she is okay. Hughes with a textbook charge take. Trainer out to look at Gracie Butler, who is down and in pain. And that is the 4th personal on Gracie Butler, but much more importantly, she is down and being looked at by the trainer. We'll take a quick break and come right back.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective Auction Group offers expertise in a variety of services, including real estate, personal property, equipment, and nonprofit benefit auctions. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their upcoming auctions at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective Auction Group is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Gracie Butler being helped off the floor, favoring one of her legs. She's on the end of the bench now. Basketball-wise, just picked up her 4th foul, but obviously hope she is okay. Livingston getting everything they want. 34-16, an 18-point lead for LA, and the longer it goes in this quarter that it stays to that big of a gap, the better they're going to feel that they will have this one locked up. But a steal quickly by Cora Bass on the inbound as Bass starts to drive. No-look feed for South. Back to Delenti, top of the key. Taylor Delenti hits it. Her first triple of the night. A Sonia Brown, American Way Real Estate 3 for the junior sharpshooter. And the press back on here as Hughes just took the charge. That one tipped by Johnson. A foot race out of play. Where's it going? It's going to Upperman. Last touch by Collins, and now Livingston's got to be careful. Got to be very careful. They have the nice lead at 15, but Taylor Delenti just hit the 3, and she hit 8 in a row against Franklin County last week. A week ago to the day, as Bass works around a couple of screens. Senior point guard in the game. Picks up now Johnson, inside out to Delenti, back to South. To Delenti again. You see Livingston stretching that zone, trying to intercept the passes. They did a lot of success in the second quarter doing that. Bass picks up her dribble. Delenti in the corner. Thought about it. Double team. Now they swing it over to South. Lines up the deep triple. No. Long rebound. Poston has it. A chance for LA to stretch the lead back. They're up by 15. 3:20 to go in the third. Poston, coast to coast. Kicks back. Copeland. Not sure how Cora Copeland's in the game. That's a tough young lady. Out to Poston. Great clear out inside, and Poston rewards it with a Twin Lakes Tractor 3. Big answer by Livingston. Back out in front by 18. Delenti with it. Delenti, right side south. Now Bass. They are shielding off Ella Harrell inside, and it's neutralizing the Upperman offense. Right side Delenti, back to Bass. Delenti again. From the secondary logo, no. Long rebound, fought for, South has it. Now kicks out to a wide open Taylor Delenti. That one's no good. More misses. Another offensive rebound for South. Back to Delenti. Both teams still playing real hard. Upperman can't buy a bucket, though. South, back to Delenti. Kicks to South. She'll line up the deep tray. Good. Sadie South with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. And Upperman's alive in this basketball game. They trail on a big hole, though. Poston in transition. She'll jump stop. Spins back. Finds Hughes. Now into Butler. Butler up and under. Foul on the floor will be called on Ella Harrell. Her first, team's third. Gracie Butler's out of the game. She is back on the sideline, though. Nobody looking at her. That's a good sign, just in general. Maggie Butler checking back in, as is Mally Carwile and Ava Mae Allen. Inbound here for Livingston. Needs to get into the fourth quarter with this lead intact. That pass tipped, intercepted. Johnson comes away. Now Johnson into the half court with Carwile in front. Johnson, left-hand lay, no. Maggie Butler, though, flies in for the rebound. Back to South, 4-3, money. Sadie South with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. And the number one ranked team in the state is back alive, down by 12 with 1:59 to go in the third. And the ever-experienced Leslie Riddle burns an important timeout to stop the bleeding as the energy has returned to the home side of the gym. Sadie South with 2 threes. Taylor Delenti hit a 3. Livingston still in the catbird seat, but they got to be careful. I mentioned it's an Upperman team that has scored 30 in a quarter, 28 in a quarter, 25 in a quarter. When they start hitting threes, they are lethal. Big final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Posted. Looking at Delenti. Poked from behind. South saves it. Back to Delenti. Another turnover. Upperman with it. Johnson with it. Johnson drives in. Auburn Johnson got it back. Was nearly blocked. Delenti to Allen. Allen with an open lane. Drives in, kicks to South again for 3. Air ball. Rebound right down to Ellie Butler. She's trying to take that momentum back with a head of steam. Butler poked from behind by Johnson. Saves it in, but it's right to Carwile. Underhand flip. Chaotic sequence. Bodies everywhere. Timeout, foul. No, jump. We got one hand in the air. Is it a foul or is it a jump? Let's see. Is it a foul or is it a jump? We had one hand and a fist in the air, and now a discussion. This is a huge moment. My goodness, how this game has come alive all of a sudden in this gym. And a long discussion. What was the whistle blown for, fellas? I think it was a jump. I would have called it a jump. What do we have? And now a discussion with Coach Riddle. The arrow belongs to Livingston. Both coaches about to get an explanation. I would love to mic up an official right now to know what's happening. Livingston leads by 12, 88 seconds to go in the third. Dana McWilliams does not look thrilled, but doesn't look overly upset. She says, okay, what's the call here? An intentional foul is the call against Livingston Academy. It goes on Cora Copeland. And this is going to be 2 free throws and the ball for the Lady Bees. As a foul was called on Cora Copeland, I didn't see it at all. So this is going to be Maggie Butler to the line. Can they choose who shoots it is the question, because they want Taylor Delenti to shoot it. But Maggie Butler goes to the line to shoot them both. At the Sonia Brown at the American Way Real Estate free throw line, and it's a miss. Upperman been horrendous at the free throw line in this game. Everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 misses. It's a huge gap in the game. The next one for Maggie Butler is no good. 0 for 2. It will be the basketball for Upperman on the other end. And that is the 5th team foul against Livingston, so Upperman into the bonus. They may not want to shoot free throws. Livingston may want to play hack-a-shack at this point. By the way, it's the first on Cora Copeland. I got no clue what Cora Copeland did. But I didn't, obviously it's chaotic sequence, as I said. Bodies were everywhere. So, all right. Ava Mae Allen with it. That stoppage may help Livingston because Upperman was building a ton of momentum, and that kind of stalled it. Butler with it. Right side south. Back to Delenti. 1:15 to go. Delenti back to Allen. Right side Maggie Butler. Off the dribble. She drives. Maggie Butler way too strong. Rebounded by Ellie Butler. She loses it for a moment. Now there's a fight for it, and the third personal on Maggie Butler is going to be the 4th team foul in the quarter against the Lady Bees. My goodness, catch your breath, ladies and gentlemen. This game is unhinged. You wonder when a basketball game is going to break out. Livingston was just cruising along. Upperman hits a couple of threes, and now it's bedlam in here. But Livingston still has to feel really good with a 12-point advantage. 1:03 to go in the third. Pressure works again. Johnson with the steal. She drives in. Left-hand lay. Good. Auburn Johnson with the 2 off the bench. Now another steal for Auburn Johnson. Couldn't possess it. Has it on the floor. We've got a jump, and the arrow belongs to Livingston. How about the minutes of Auburn Johnson off the bench for the Lady Bees? They're back within 10. And Coach Riddle wants to set up the final minute here of quarter number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready. 30-second timeout on the floor, 51.2 to go in the third. It's 37-27, and this game has gone crazy. My goodness. Here's where we are. Ellie Butler leads the game with 16 points, but just 4 in the third quarter for Livingston. They started out with those 5 quick points. Just 5 points since then, though, the remainder of the quarter. Upperman's full court pressure starting to force a bunch of turnovers. But LA had stretched it to 19 a minute into the third quarter. They still lead by 10, but Upperman has the momentum. Livingston needed that timeout. See if they can possess the basketball and hold here. Another dangerous pass. It's loose. Ellie Butler has it, and a foul. And this is 2 free throws for Ellie Butler, as the foul is going to go on Taylor Delenti, and that is her third. So 3 Lady Bees starters have at least 3 fouls, and 4 on Gracie Butler. Both teams in the bonus. Ellie Butler calmly deposited 2 free throws earlier on. She's one of the best free throw shooters in the state. She's back at the stripe here. The first one, sorry for the announcer jinx, no good. Mia Hughes checks back in. She's in for Chloe Jenkins. Jenkins has 3 fouls, so a little foul defense here by Leslie Riddle. Next one for Ellie, no good. A rare 0 for 2, and a hold called inside on Livingston as they tried to box out. Hughes was trying to box out Delenti, and now Taylor Delenti will go 80 feet to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. She is 2 for 4 tonight at the charity stripe. Upperman has really struggled here tonight. It's the difference in the game, the free throws. First one for Delenti, another miss. That is 8 missed free throws tonight for the Lady Bees. They've only made 3. Delenti makes the second, and all of a sudden the Lady Bees have cut the deficit in half. Now another steal for Johnson and a foul. Cora Copeland just picked up her second, and Auburn Johnson's going to go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line where she will shoot 2. And I'll be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see what happened with Copeland earlier. I don't have a gigantic gripe with any of the fouls in this game either way. Both teams have a bunch called on them. It's been a very physical game. You know I'd let you know, as the first free throw for Johnson is good, and I reserve the right to change my mind in the fourth quarter. But right now, it's been that kind of game. And Johnson continues to make an impact, and she goes 2 for 2. And Upperman's within 7 points, back in the press with 43 seconds to go in the quarter. That pass ahead finds Poston. She's going quick. Poston fires it across. Johnson with another steal. Auburn Johnson, my goodness, driving ahead. Johnson, good. Auburn Johnson sends the Hive into bedlam. Now a foul will be called on her for a block. 2 free throws coming for Emma Poston. Auburn Johnson, a senior, has checked into the game and has sent Upperman into a frenzy. She got the steal and the score. 2 free throws upcoming here for Emma Poston. Big ones at the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line. It's Livingston and Upperman. What more could you want? Poston couldn't get the roll. And this is as rowdy as this place has been in a long time. It's as rowdy as it was back when they were facing Macon County as the top 2 teams in the state. Poston sends the second one through. It's a 6-point game. Allen bringing it up, and Upperman going to hold for the final shot in a third quarter that has been flipped on its head. It started with the 2 trays by Sadie South, and then it's been chaos since. Allen picks up 8 seconds, 6 seconds. Delenti got to go, sends right side Johnson. Johnson drives in another foul. This one's going to go on Chloe Hammock, her third. 2 free throws at the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line for guess who? Auburn Johnson, who off the bench has 6 points, a bucket of steals, and she's back at the line where she just made 2. There's 2.9 ticks on the clock. First one for Johnson, couldn't get the roll. This fourth quarter is about to be absurd, and Upperman's done this with Gracie Butler out of the game with 4 fouls and potentially injured, but she looks okay to my eye on that sideline. Johnson's next one, no, rims out. Butler with the rebound, 1 second. This would count, but it doesn't go. Ladies and gentlemen, your popcorn should be popped. We got a great finish on tap. It's Livingston 38, Upperman 32. It's District 7 AAA, presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to present the Golf Ridge Resort at Center Hill Lake, featuring homes and large level building lots. Homes starting in the $290s and building lots starting at $42,900. The lots are soil tested and approved with utilities at the road and are ready for you to build your dream home. For more information, contact Realtor Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back to a madhouse. Baxter's alive. Livingston with a 6-point lead. They led by 19 before Upperman spurned a huge run. And we have a whistle and a foul called away from the ball. Who's this one on? If it's on Taylor Delenti, it's her 4th, but I think it's on Ella Harrell. It is on Ella Harrell. That is her 2nd. Gracie Butler is back in the game with 4 fouls. There was so much action in that third quarter, I couldn't even recap it all if I wanted to. Hammock drives baseline, stuck underneath the basket, steps through. Lady B fans wanted to travel. They don't get it. Now Poston sets back up. Livingston's in no hurry. Why would they be? They want this chaos to stop. Now a little shot fake for Copeland. That's a travel. No question about it, and it's going the other way. Ella Harrell stood up, and it was a good 3 extra steps for Copeland, who thought she was about to turn into an open layup to my eye, and it wasn't there. Upperman scores 19 in the quarter. Livingston with 11. They led by 19 a minute into the third quarter, and then Upperman came to life with 2 threes by Sadie South. Taylor Delenti hit another one. Gracie Butler flips it back to Delenti. Now Johnson, who sparked the run. Left-hand lay, no. Rebound down to Chloe Jenkins. For Livingston, you're fine. You're up 6. Forget how it went. You're still up 6. You would have taken that 100 out of 100 times heading into this gym earlier on tonight. They just need a couple of shots, and maybe it'll come from her. Ellie Butler steps through. She's so good. Shot won't go, though. Harrell with a rebound. She finds Johnson. How about the trust being shown in Auburn Johnson tonight? Kicks back to Delenti. Right side, Butler. Butler drives in. Gracie Butler, good. Playing with 4 fouls. Gracie Butler was banged up earlier. She's tough. Upperman's within 4. Now stepping through a trap. That one swiped and a foul. And we're to the point where nobody likes any whistle against either team the rest of the night. This one goes on Sadie South, who somehow has dodged a foul tonight. That's just her first. 38-34. Livingston led by as many as 19. They still do lead. Upperman in the 2-3. Poston sends left side Jenkins. Jenkins with it. Fires to Hammock. They're face guarding Butler a little bit. She has it. Butler slices through the defense. Gets to that spot. It's her spot, but it's no good. Johnson with a rebound. Hands off to Butler. Lady Bees within 2 scores. Butler drives in again. Gracie Butler clears out. No. Rebound down to Copeland. A chance for LA. We're 1 minute and 50 seconds into the 4th quarter. What a game. You'd expect anything different when blue and gold match up on the hardwood. And this is just part 1. We got a doubleheader. Copeland open. Trey way up. Missed it. Rebound down to Delenti. That thing arced and nearly hit the ceiling. Delenti in transition, slowed up. The defense been great. Overpass to South. Lines up the Trey. Good. Sadie South. Her 5th. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate, 3 of the game. And Upperman's fan base is rabid. They're within a point with 5:44 to go in the ball game, and a full timeout called by Leslie Riddle. We'll take it with them and be back in 30 seconds.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to present the Goff Ridge Resort at Center Hill Lake, featuring homes and large level building lots. Homes starting in the 290s and building lots starting at $42,900. The lots are soil tested and approved with utilities at the road and are ready for you to build your dream home. For more information, contact Realtor Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145.
Welcome back. The student section is here in full force, and they are rowdy tonight. Upperman's within a point. Livingston, now they got to be very careful. They led by 19, and then Sadie South and Auburn Johnson have roared to life. Upperman back in the full court pressure. Foul trouble could loom large for both teams. Upperman closer to the brink, though, with one player with 4 and a couple more with 3. That pass finds Jenkins. Now Carwile back to Jenkins. She sends it ahead. Poston crosses the timeline. Emma Poston hit a big tray in the 3rd quarter. Has it here. 5.5 to go in the ball game. Jenkins inside. One dribble back out. Carwile trying to get it to Butler. They deny it. Now Johnson tips that one. Gracie Butler wins it. Now Gracie Butler in transition. She has 4 fouls. Sends right side Johnson. Now Taylor Delenti's wide open for the lead. No. Harrell with the rebound. The putback is good. And the Lady Bees are in front by a point. How quickly this basketball game has flipped on its head. Livingston with it, trailing by just 1. Carwile pull up. No. Delenti with the rebound. Here comes Upperman again. Taylor Delenti into the half court. Accelerates a whistle. And a 30-second timeout. It was going to be a lay-in for Taylor Delenti, and Dana McWilliams is livid about it. It was about to be a wide-open lay-in for Delenti, and they took it away as Copeland is off the floor. Not sure what happened to Cora Copeland. She got dumped earlier as we have a score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Pickett County beats Gordonsville 78-53. Zoe Nicholas with 31 points tonight. So now Upperman has the 1-point lead. And the inbound goes to Gracie Butler. Sadie South's wide open. She hits her, back to Butler. Livingston was playing so well on defense early. There's been a few lapses here recently. Every time South gets open, you see the crowd go crazy. Gracie Butler's open at the free throw line. Now South, Delenti. Right side Johnson. You can't take Auburn Johnson off the floor right now. Delenti, left side South, back to Delenti, now Butler in the low block. Gracie Butler, good for 2 more. And Upperman leads now by 3. Flip pass ahead finds Carwile. Carwile slams the brakes, slips up a little bit. Maybe a slick spot, but she kept her dribble. Sends into Jenkins, hands off. Ellie Butler inside, good for 2. LA needs more of that. Ellie Butler with 19. Make it 16, rather, my apologies. Or 18. One day we'll get the count right. You know I'm not good at math. It's 18 for Ellie Butler, I believe. Auburn Johnson has it. That pass tipped by Ellie Butler. Delenti goes out to grab. This is still anybody's game. 3:44 to go. It's a 1-point game. Upperman's on a huge run, but LA had the huge lead. Gracie Butler, left side, Sadie South, lines up the tray. No. Rebound, Ella Harrell has it. Back to South. Now Butler to Delenti. Back to Butler. With room to operate, Gracie Butler. Isolation, drives in on Poston, swiped out of her hands, and a jump is the call, and that's the right call. Poston got a hand on top of the basketball. The arrow belongs to Upperman. This game has been freaking awesome. South to inbound from the corner, or from the baseline rather. Floats it out to Delenti. Back to South. It's the set play, and it's 3 points for Sadie South, the sophomore, with another Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. Her 6th of the game. Now Poston. Jump stop. Pull up. In and out. Got it. The friendly roll for Emma Poston. The quick answer for Livingston Academy. They're down just 2. Back to Delenti. Now Butler. 3 minutes to play. Delenti. Tick, 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 tick. Puts it on her right hip. Livingston's going to have to stretch the pressure at some point. Butler out of the corner. Back to Johnson. Butler. Butler slices the defenders. Drives in, shot, and a charge. And Gracie Butler has fouled out of the game. It is her 5th. That one was very close. Sliding in was Hughes. It was very close. As bang bang a call as you will find, and it goes against Gracie Butler. It is her 5th. She is very frustrated. She's got to be very careful. Does not want to get teed up, and that official loves to tee people up. Ava Mae Allen checks into the game. 2:39 to go in the game. It's 44-42. A big break for Livingston as a huge ball handler for Upperman goes to the bench. Poston against the press, slams the brakes. South flies by. What a possession this is. 2:30 to go. Livingston has 4 fouls to give. Ellie Butler got free. We have a foul inside. A whistle on the floor. It's against Livingston. Mia Hughes cleared out inside. That's the play design. And Hughes can stand her ground, but she was starting to slide with Taylor Delenti, who was fighting to get to Butler. And at that point, it is a foul. And it is just the first against Livingston. Upperman with 3 against him. But again, Gracie Butler's on the bench, and she was getting inside with ease. Allen with it. Back to Delenti. Back to Allen. Right side Johnson. Allen puts the dribble down. A senior Ava Mae Allen to another senior Auburn Johnson, and a foul. This one goes on Mally Carwile. That is her 3rd. It is the team's 2nd. 2:09 to play. This is District 7 AAA basketball. It's awesome. We love it here. As Delenti inbounds to Allen. There's no high school basketball game in the country with this much energy, and it's for these young ladies. Allen with it. Allen, stutter steps. Livingston changes up the look defensively. Johnson back to Allen. Delenti, Upperman's killing the clock. They're going to have to make free throws if they don't turn the basketball over, which is a big caveat with how this game has gone. Allen crosses over Butler. Left side Johnson. Back to Allen. Ellie Butler trying to force some steals. Right side South. Back to Delenti. Johnson with it. Johnson slices inside. Not looking for a shot, and that's a foul on Ellie Butler. She clips Ava Mae Allen. Still one more foul to give for Livingston. It's just the 2nd on Ellie Butler. If you haven't already, please hit that like button on this stream. I know it's on YouTube, but hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Just past 2,250 subscribers on YouTube. We do a lot of streaming here now. Right side South. Back to Delenti. Delenti bumped, puts the dribble down, and a foul. This one's on Emma Poston. Just her 1st. No clue how Emma Poston's worked through this game without a foul called. The next one sends Upperman to the line, which has been an experience tonight. Delenti into the backcourt for Ava Mae Allen. Crosses the timeline and another foul, and she got hit up high a little bit. And now Ava Mae Allen, a senior, to the line to shoot 2 huge free throws. Lady Bees way below 50% at the stripe in this basketball game. Ava Mae Allen hit a couple of big shots against Stone Memorial. Typically out there for her defense and ball handling. Now they're looking for 2 points out of her. Livingston would love an 0 for 2. They're not going to get it, as the first one's good for Ava Mae. The next one to make it a 2-possession lead. This one arguably even bigger. Second one, good. Low line drive through for Ava Mae Allen. A 4-point Lady Bees lead. Would you believe it's their largest of the game? Now another turnover, nearly. Butler got it back. Numbers for Ellie Butler. Steps through, over the back, no. Harrell with the rebound. She sends it to Johnson. Auburn Johnson ahead to South. South slams the brakes wisely. Now Delenti with it. Livingston's going to have to foul. They have some time to trap. Delenti is fouled. And Taylor Delenti, 75% free throw shooter, to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. That one goes on Emma Poston. That is her second. Once again, Livingston led by 19. Upperman couldn't buy a look, and all of a sudden they started raining it home. First one for Delenti is good. In closing time, all of a sudden the Lady Bees are making their free throws. Next one for Delenti. Up, through, good. The lead is stretched to 6. Still 2 possessions if it's threes. 1 foul to give for the Lady Bees. Butler from downtown, no. Long rebound. Grabbed by Copeland. Second chance. Ellie Butler again. No. Missed everything. Out of bounds. It goes back to Upperman. And now the student section will chirp a little bit. Stick around postgame for the Legacy House postgame show. Pressure time here for Livingston. Running out of time, Delenti fires to South, but Dana McWilliams called timeout before the inbounds. 46 seconds to go. It is a full timeout. It'll be our last full timeout of this game. We'll be right back after a word from the Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Links Drive in Cookeville. With 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms at a prime location, this could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
It is a final on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Sparta wins at Stone Memorial 58-51 tonight. That's the number 3 ranked team in the state, the number 3 ranked team in the UC Top 5. White County down to the wire with Stone. Tonight, the number 1 ranked team in both polls, down to the wire with Livingston Academy. This is District 7 AAA, ladies and gentlemen, the best girls basketball district in the state, maybe in the country. 48-42, it's pressure time for Livingston. They've seen their lead evaporate and turn into a 6-point Lady B lead. They got to force some turnovers as Upperman started hitting their free throws. Delenti to inbound. Inbound. Gets it into South. Back to Delenti. Delenti splits the defense. Taylor Delenti, they want it in her hands. The superstar for the Lady Bees. Back to Allen. Allen is fouled. Poston was trying to. She gets it. Final score, thank you very much, Michaela. Cumberland County beats DeKalb County tonight 62-21. So now Cumberland County 2-0 in the district, White County 2-0 in the district. If Upperman hangs on, they'll be 2-0 in the district. Everybody else will be 0-2 in the district, and those will be good 0-2 teams. Ava Mae Allen's first free throw is no good. These are important ones, ladies and gentlemen, because she's trying to push it to a 7-point, a.k.a. a 3-possession lead with 37 seconds to go. The next one for the senior. 0 for 2. The door remains cracked for Livingston. Here comes Butler into the half court. Butler sends left side. Triple on the way. Good! Emma Poston pulls them back within 3 on the Twin Lakes Tractor 3. And now another foul on Poston. That'll be her 4th. And now Ava Mae Allen has to go back to the line. Just missed 2. These ones are even more important. 2 freebies. You just saw Livingston make a 3 in just 13 seconds. That gives you a grasp on how long it takes. This one, no good for Allen. The next one is critical. Typically, Danny McWilliams does not call a timeout in this situation. Some coaches do. Ava Mae Allen, the biggest free throw of her high school career so far. And she hit it. It's good. Splits them back to a 4-point game. Still time for Livingston. They got to go quick. They can take a 2. Butler's not thinking about that. From way downtown. Misses everything except the backboard. Delenti with the rebound. She is fouled, and Taylor Delenti to the line to shoot 2 with 15.1 seconds to go at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Thank you so much to our presenting sponsors tonight. Gentry's Power Equipment, presenting sponsor of Upperman Athletics all season long on UCR, and the Overton County Farm Bureau, presenting sponsor of Livingston Academy Athletics all year long here at UCR. Timeout called by Livingston Academy. We will stay through it. Here's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. 15.1 seconds to go in the basketball game. Upperman's in the bonus. They have 1 foul to give. They lead by 4, and Taylor Delenti's at the line when we come back to action. The possession arrow belongs to Livingston Academy. Regardless of these free throws, I shouldn't say that. The free throws do change some things. If Delenti goes 2 for 2, it's going to have to be a quick 3 for Livingston. If she splits or misses 1, they can go down and try and get a layup or an and one opportunity on a night where the whistle's been pretty quick. We just saw Ellie Butler take 1 from the volleyball line. That's not the shot they have to have. If Delenti makes 2 here, that is the shot they have to have. And that is the discussion I'm sure being had on the clipboard for both teams. For Upperman, they'll be looking for 2 made free throws and then to not foul on a shot. They do have 1 to give if something crazy breaks out. Stick around postgame. During the Legacy House postgame show, we'll take a look at the EJ's Barnes scoreboard, go through the scoring, and have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game. And then, oh yeah, we got the boys game. We're in for another treat. First one for Delenti is good out of the timeout. She's 3 for 3 at the stripe here in the fourth quarter. Two for 2. Now Butler needs a quick 3. Everyone knows it. 12 seconds left for Ellie Butler. Starts to drive. Now she'll drive into Harrell. Ricochets around a steal. Ella Harrell with it. She'll shoot 2, and Upperman's going to survive a game they trailed by 19 in the third quarter. Ella Harrell to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2. What an effort tonight by Livingston Academy on the road. Been way more competitive than anyone this entire season in this gym. But ultimately, the firepower, just a little too much tonight for the Lady Bees, whose home crowd started rolling, and they rode that momentum to this lead. The first one for Harrell is no good. Just not enough time, down 6 with 6 seconds to go for Livingston. Next one for Harrell. No good. Butler with the rebound. Ellie Butler bringing it up. 3 seconds. Butler going to put it up. It won't go. And the Lady Bees get to 2-0 in District 7 AAA play in dramatic fashion. Final score tonight, Upperman 51, Livingston Academy 45. We welcome you into the Legacy House post-game show. Legacy House in Smithville. Great stop. Ladies, fellas, go take a trip down there. The home goods they have, all sorts of different things, clothes and more. Check them out. It is awesome. Tell them that we sent you as we tally up the scoring for both teams on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. And it is a lot to tally up for both teams as the balanced effort was there. And the scoring is, of course, unofficial, as I'm doing it while calling the game. So if you see something a little bit different later, don't send me an email. Scoring from the game is as follows. First for Livingston Academy on the EJ's Barnes scoreboard. Ellie Butler with 18 points tonight, 13 for Emma Poston, 7 apiece for Cora Copeland and Chloe Jenkins for a team total of 45. For the Lady Bees this evening, it is 18 points for Sadie Southall from behind the arc, 10 points for Taylor Delenti, 9 for Gracie Butler, 7 for Auburn Johnson, 4 for Ella Harrell, 3 for Ava Mae Allen, and 1 for Cora Bass for a team total of 51. The Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game tonight, for the first time in her high school career, Auburn Johnson. Came off the bench, sparked the Lady Bees big time on offense and defense in the third quarter. Sadie South gets a big honorable mention, but Auburn Johnson is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game tonight. Well, catch your breath. You're going to need to, because this next one's going to be a fast-paced ball game between the Upperman boys and Livingston Academy. All the action coming up after about a 10-minute intermission. We'll have that graphic up on the screen for you and come back with all the action. But what a game it was. Livingston leads by 19 in the third quarter, but Upperman roars all the way back to get it done, 51-45. That will do it in game number one. We'll be back with the Crouch Team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. It's time for another Crouch Team with Highlands Elite Real Estate pregame show as we're set for the boys' game between Livingston and Upperman. And my goodness, I hope it's anything like the girls' game, because if it is, we are in for a treat. It's Livingston Academy Wildcats under head coach Jimmy Miller with a record of 11 victories and 7 losses. They are 1-0 in District 7 AAA play. Taking on the Upperman Bees under head coach Bobby McWilliams with a 14-2 overall record. They are 1-0 in district play. They are the number 1 ranked team in the Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll and the UC Top 5. But the records out the window, because it's Livingston and Upperman getting together again. We expect a fast-paced run-and-gun style of basketball game. If you like offense, this is probably the ball game for you. Livingston Academy comes in tonight led inside by Rocco Carwell, outside by Cole Harris, and of course their 1,000-point scorer, Tucker Miller, who just hit his 1,000-point mark. Congratulations to him on that. He could shoot it from anywhere in the building. For Upperman, of course, we know they're led by the sophomore sensation Ty Cobb, a bona fide Mr. Basketball contender, likely right now the Mr. Basketball favorite, with still a few weeks to go in the regular season. But it's not just Ty Cobb. That's not how you get to be the number 1 ranked team in the state. They got the 2 bigs inside, Bronston Chaffin and Colton Johnson, and then shooters surrounding them in Evan Huddleston, Jack Torrance, with some lockdown defenders as well in the form of Branson Turnbow and the aforementioned Evan Huddleston. A well-balanced Upperman team, a very fast and athletic Livingston team set to do battle. We'll have the tee-up starting lineups and all the action when we come back to Baxter. Tonight's broadcast is presented by our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment and the Overton County Farm Bureau. You're watching it on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to be the presenting sponsor of Upperman basketball on UCR. Located at 755 Buffalo Valley Road in Cookeville, Gentry's Power Equipment is your local steel dealer. With a huge selection of outdoor power equipment, including chainsaws, blowers, trimmers, mowers, pressure washers, and more. They are your local one-stop shop for high-quality equipment. Locally owned and operated, Gentry's Power Equipment is proud to support Upperman Athletics and UCR.
Our Overton County Livingston Farm Bureau is proud to support Livingston Academy Athletics. Christy Key, Corey Norrod, and John Godwin are always ready to help you with all your home, car, and life insurance needs. Located at 7486 Bradford Hicks Drive in Livingston, stop by and see them or give them a call at 931-823-1322. Go Hog-Eye!
Let the bidding begin. It's time for the show, and you know it's gonna go high. There's a buzz in the air, and people come from everywhere to hear the auctioneer cry. The sound of the gavel never gets old when you hear DJ say so. Live or online, we handle auctions of any kind.
Call Aminette's Eagle Auction at 526-5335, where we soar higher.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Real Estate Collective is a team of experienced, licensed real estate agents serving the entire Upper Cumberland region. Whether you are looking to buy or sell, the RICO team is ready to serve you. With a focus on people over profits, you can rest assured the Real Estate Collective can help make your real estate dreams a reality. Call 931-559-9500 for more information or see their current listings at letsgorico.com. The Real Estate Collective is proud to support student athletes in our area and this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. It's time for the Tee-Up starting lineups. Tee-Up, your hometown state-of-the-art golfing experience, indoor golfing experience. First, for the Livingston Academy Wildcats under head coach Jimmy Miller with a record of 11 victories, 7 losses. They are 1-0 in District 7 AAA. Starting for the Wildcats tonight, number 2, Rocco Carwell. Number 14, Cole Harris. Number 20, Jager Hammock. Number 21, Tucker Miller. And number 30, Brody Miller. Starting tonight for the Upperman Bees under head coach Bobby McWilliams with a record of 14 victories and 2 losses, 1-0 in District 7 AAA. They're the number 1 ranked team in the state of Tennessee. Starting tonight for the Bees, number 0, the sophomore superstar Ty Cobb. Number 2, Jack Torrance. Number 4, Evan Huddleston. Number 23, Bronston Chaffin. And number 24, Colton Johnson. I'm Noah McKay on the call. Happy to be with you tonight. The lovely Madison McKay producing things for us. Tonight's broadcast presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Overton County Farm Bureau. Livingston Academy on the road in the blue jerseys, blue shorts. And we're going to have one of our trusty pregame technicals for a uniform issue, I assume. I'll wait on the official announcement. So it is the official's technical foul against Livingston. And this is out of the official's hands. It's sitting down from the state, so I assume there's Hall Guy somewhere written on Livingston's uniform. It's stupid. But Ty Cobb's going to shoot 2 to open up the game, and it is 1-0. And Upperman got to do this in a holiday tournament as well in Franklin. So not the first time they've got to shoot 2 free throws, and they send Ty Cobb to the stripe, and he goes 2 for 2. And Upperman leads 2-0, 0 seconds into the ball game. And they get the basketball again. This is out of the official's hands. It's a directive down from the state. It's incredibly stupid and annoying. Livingston has covered up wherever it is with tape on the back, but I guess not well enough. It's ridiculous. But we play on. Let's play basketball. Let's get it on tonight. Evan Huddleston with the right wing side. Upperman in home white jerseys, white shorts, gold numbers and letters on the front and the back. Upperman in black across the chest plate. Ty Cobb with it. Room to operate. He'll trigger the 3. Can't let him have that if you're Livingston, but a break for him as Miller goes up for the rebound, and he'll give off to Hammock. Hammock fires past head to Rocco Carwile. One area we're watching in this game, the inside versus outside game. Upperman much more inside reliant with Chaffin and Johnson. Livingston not very big, but they have the guards and the speed as Carwile drives, throws up the shot. No. Johnson with a rebound. I mean, Upperman didn't have guards. They do. But can Livingston handle that matchup as there's a pass into the first row? Possession back the other way for Livingston. A break there for the Wildcats. Now Hammock with it in the half court. We're 50 seconds in. 2-0 Upperman after the 2 technical free throws. The good news is Coach Miller is allowed to be up. That's a great feed inside. Rocco Carwile gets LA on the board with the 2. First half of our doubleheader saw the Lady Bees come back, erase a second half 19-point deficit. As Cobb has it, sends to Huddleston. Left side Torrance, Jack Torrance, open tray up, no good. Rebound down to Rocco Carwile. Carwile sends ahead to Hammock. Here's Livingston. This is where they want to be, running and gunning. An easy 2. Brody Miller finishes. They are very comfortable in that fast-paced style of ball game. Going to be tough work for our camera operator today. Inside Chaffin, and that's where Upperman wants to be. Chaffin is fouled. Rocco Carwile commences first, and Livingston cannot afford for Rocco Carwile to get in foul trouble. He's going to be tasked with defending Bronston Chaffin tonight for the most part. As Bronston Chaffin goes to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. That's the second team foul against Livingston because that technical foul also counts as a team foul. First one on its way is good for QB1 in Baxter, the junior Bronston Chaffin, a Mr. Football semifinalist. And he can jump up and out of this gym. We've seen it a few times already this year. 4-3 the score. Chaffin trying to tie it here very early on. No good, but Johnson got his rebound. Johnson muscles in, and Colton Johnson with a nice touch gives Upperman the lead. Very interesting score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Stone Memorial and Sparta. Sparta has the game tied. Late second at 22. Actually, midway through the second. Goose is there. Coverage coming to UpperCumberlandReporter.com. Very interesting as Hammock goes out to grab that one. Hammock floats back. Upperman in the man-to-man to start. They play some man or some zone. Livingston will play largely man-to-man, but they can mix it up. Baseline drive for Harris. He's very experienced. Cole Harris, great in the mid-range. And now a foul. It's going to be a block on Bronston Chaffin. It'll be his first, team's first. 2 minutes, 15 seconds into the contest. I got a buzzing in my ear, so I may be quiet for just a second as I'm going to fix that before I go insane. I do not like that at all. Livingston basketball. Nice crossover for Carwile. Swipe by Cobb, and a foul is called. And Upperman's not happy about it. Ty Cobb called for the personal as he tried to reach in there and get the ball. They'll say he got armed. First personal on Ty Cobb. I have no angle on that to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. So that's one on Cobb. They do not want him to get into foul trouble, does Upperman. Baseline inbound coming. It's Hammock able to find Tucker Miller. Miller being guarded by Huddleston. That's a compliment to Miller. That's close to 5 seconds. Tucker Miller, those guys up, missed everything. Rebound tipped up by Cobb right to himself. Now Ty Cobb pushing it in transition. Defender Hammock harassing. Cobb still has it. Gives back to Huddleston. Left side, Branson Turnbow. Quickly off the bench, Turnbow, the six-man. Overpass, finds Cobb. Triggers the tray, no. Fight for the rebound. Chaffin has it. It's swiped out of his hands, and we have a block. And it'll be called a shooting foul, and this is a big one. Rocco Carwile just picked up his second. So he'll be forced out. And that sends Carter Harris to the table for Coach Miller. Collier Bush there as well for the Bees. He pointed two, but I guess it'll go baseline instead. So I didn't think it was a shooting foul. It is not. Inbound sent to Chaffin, little tip play. No, Cobb right there for the putback, and it's good. Ty Cobb with 4 early ones, and Upperman's lead is 3. Last year, Upperman swept the series. 3 games, 2 in the regular season, 1 in the district tournament, each by double digits. Each were fairly close early, and then Upperman pulled away. Now pass back, now working over right side for Tucker Miller. Miller sends it to Brody Miller. Brody, couple of dribbles, now left side of the corner. Hammock floats back, Hammock with room to operate. Collier Bush collapses, now Tucker Miller with it. Tucker sends left side Harris. Again, the Millers will go first name for the most part, just like we did with the Butler twins. Now a pass inside, tipped up by Johnson and out of play. Should stay on this end with Livingston, and it will. 4:24 to go in the first quarter. Just getting things started tonight. Great crowd on hand as per usual in this district. Not everybody gets it like this. Atmosphere in the girls' game was second to none. That pass dangerous, tipped up into the air. McCole Harris able to grab. Harris working on Cobb, goes to work, spins around. Cobb already with 1 foul. They play on there, and Ty Cobb is hobbled. Cobb is favoring his ankle in the backcourt, may have rolled it. Johnson inside. Turnaround, steps through, no, and a foul is called on the way up. And all eyes are on number 0 right now for the Bees. Stretching out his legs. Came down a little bit awkwardly, and Hammock called for his first, team's 4th. Livingston in a little bit of team foul trouble here. Landon Hall to the table. I wonder if Ty Cobb may get a breather here, as Colton Johnson's first free throw is good. We talked to Coach McWilliams about him. Nope, Cobb is staying in. We talked to him about Colton Johnson and his emergence, how valuable it's been for this team. Cannot be overstated. Next one for Johnson is no good. A rebound down. Carter Harris got the board. 4 minutes. We're midway through this first quarter, a 4-point game. Upperman in front on their home floor. Hammock sends right side, Cole Harris. Cole finds Tucker. Tucker, a little shot fake and a travel. Shuffle the feet. Possession will go back the other way. Cobb going to bring it up. Sends left side for Branson Turnbow. Back to Cobb. Now Bush into Cobb. Mid-range pull-up jumper, no. Got hit on the arm, we play on. Landon Hall with the offensive rebound. Upperman dominating the boards early. Right side Turnbow, wide open tray. No good. Johnson got another offensive rebound. Colton Johnson muscles. Blocked. Hall with another offensive rebound. He saves it to Cobb. Cobb slicing through. Right-hand runner, no. Rebound tipped, and finally Livingston comes away. 3 misses on the possession for the Bees. Harris trying to capitalize. This is Cole. He drives, swiped away by Collier Bush. Now Upperman out pushing in transition. Bush, see the speed of LA as they get back. Now right side Turnbow. Turnbow accelerates back to Bush. He'll trigger the triple. Good. Collier Bush. Sonia Rao of the American Way Real Estate 3. Timeout called by Jimmy Miller. 32nd timeout on the floor. Upperman's lead is 7, 5 minutes into the contest. Score update, Pickett County leads on the EJ's Barn scoreboard over Gordonsville at halftime, 25-7 on the main Facebook page. Stone Memorial leads White County 34-32 at halftime. White County hanging tough. Remember, they found a way to beat them last year in the regular season in Sparta. This game is in Crossville. Would be a big shift in the district. Right now, obviously, one game in. There's 3 1-0 teams, 2 of them on this floor. The other is Sparta as they beat DeKalb County. Everyone expects Stone to be right in the top 2. Preseason pick there alongside Upperman. They're number 6 ranked in that Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll. They have a narrow lead on their home floor, and they got Cade Caps, but Sparta hanging tough. Out of the timeout here, Livingston looking to get some offensive rhythm. They trail 11-4. Not playing poorly, just not getting any good looks on offense. Tucker Miller has it. Upperman man-to-man defense presenting problems. Tucker Miller trying to work on Turnbow. Little swipe we play on. Now Chaffin comes in and he will take it away. Chaffin, 2-on-1. Bronston Chaffin is fouled on the floor. Tucker Miller really didn't have much of an option there. Commits the foul on Chaffin. It'll be his first, team's 5th, and this is going to be 2 free throws for Bronston Chaffin as they've hit the bonus. So a lot of freebies could be coming at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line for Bronston Chaffin. Let us know in the comments who you are, where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Split crowd as always when these 2 teams get together. Big crowd. Please hit that follow button if you haven't already. The subscribe button, I should say, and the like button. First one for Chaffin is no good. Jack Torrance. Evan Huddleston back in for the Bees. They'll run 8 or 9 deep. Livingston, about 6. Next one rattles home for Chaffin. 2 for 4 so far at the stripe for him, the big junior. Ty Cobb looks to be okay after hobbling something. This is close to 5 seconds. And a foul is called instead on Collier Bush. It'll be his first, team's 3rd. Hammock got to be careful there. Is very close to 5 seconds. Now nearly a steal for Bush and another foul. Went over the back of Miller and 2 quick ones on Collier Bush. That's the 4th against the Bees. Ty Cobb to the table is going to check in for him. One of the larger YouTube crowds we've had all year watching. We welcome you in for this regular season district matchup. Appreciate all of our sponsors, our presenting sponsors on the screen, our all-inclusive sponsors you hear from during every broadcast, our free throw line, 3-point sponsors, starting lineups, et cetera, et cetera. Couldn't happen without all of them. We want to welcome back some of our renewals for the year. Happy Hiller. We so appreciate Hiller, a long-running sponsor us here at UCR. As Brody Miller loses handle on it, goes right to Jack Torrance. Numbers for the Bees if they hurry. Over to Huddleston. Huddleston contorts, no good in a foul. Evan Huddleston going to shoot 2 at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. The Hawkeye faithful don't like it. It is the 2nd on Tucker Miller. So 2 on him, 2 on Carwile. Score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Smyrna and Cookeville tied up at 21 at halftime. That district is so up for grabs, it's unbelievable. Not the best district in the state, but it may be the most competitive night in and night out as Huddleston makes the first at the stripe, and Upperman's lead is ballooned to 9. LA does not want to find themselves in a big hole in a game where Ty Cobb only has 4 points. Huddleston, 2 for 2 at the stripe. Pass over left side, now they work it. Hammock, nice backdoor feed. Cole Harris with a left-hand finish. Very nice half-court offense for Livingston Academy. Huddleston, back to Chaffin. Chaffin, overpass for Huddleston. Pass fake, he'll drive in. Evan Huddleston, blocked and a foul. Wow. That'd be on the body. Carter Harris picks up his first, and Evan Huddleston just made 2. Going back to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line to shoot 2 more. I see Sonia Brown in her seat right behind the scorer's table here in Baxter. Another all-inclusive sponsor at UCR, so appreciate that. So the first one for Huddleston is no good. Behind her, Amy and Chad Crouch, a couple of rows up. Another all-inclusive sponsor. Thank you to all of them. As Huddleston's second one, no good. A break for LA. It was a questionable call. Maybe a little ball don't lie there. 0 for 2. And Jimmy Miller working the official as he walks up the floor. Hammock sends back to Miller. LA had a nice set the last time. See what they can get here. Pulling up, Miller contorts, no. Rebounded by Johnson. Double-double watch early for Colton Johnson. Ahead to Jack Torrance. Now Turnbow drives. He'll throw up the runner with the right hand. Good. Tough take for Branson Turnbow. 3 possessions in a row where Ty Cobb doesn't touch it, and Upperman has stretched their lead in that time to double digits. Tucker Miller with it. Sends left side Hammock. Hammock around to Cole Harris. Cole finds Brody. Brody Miller. One dribble. Back to Tucker. Tucker. Turnaround shot in the mid-range. Can he get it going? Not yet. Another rebound for Colton Johnson. Finds Turnbow. Now over to Torrance. Upperman pushing. Huddleston. Into Johnson. Johnson power dribbles. And we've got a block. Bowles went down a little bit easy there. He'll be called for his first personal. Team 72nd. 20 is what it feels like. 23 seconds, 2 more free throws. This time it's Colton Johnson at the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Joseph Maynard and Landon Hall at the table for the Bees, about to check in. Another miss, though. This time it's Johnson. Oh for 2 again. 4 straight misses at the line. Shades of the girls' game for the Bees. That is leaving the door open here for Livingston despite a slow start. 10-point game. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Harris, little bump. We play on. 4 seconds. Harris running out of time, and a foul is called, and that is going to be in the bonus. Neither coach will be sending a gift basket to the officiating crew in this one. And Cole Harris going to go to the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line. He's going to shoot 2. It is so funny. These coaches are so experienced, and they're just working the officials nonstop. First one is good for Cole Harris. That's big, though, because it gets him back to single digits. Upperman will have 2.7, and Ty Cobb and Bronson Chaffin just checked back in. So they're going to try to get a look here. Mr. Buzzer Beater, he had 2. Did Ty Cobb against Stone in that game alone. 2 for 2 for Cole Harris. Chaffin ahead to Cobb with 2 seconds. Cobb skies up from the secondary logo. No good. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, it's Upperman 16, Livingston 8. This is high school basketball presented by Gentry's Power Equipment and the Overton County Farm Bureau on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Tee Up is the Upper Cumberland's brand new indoor golfing experience. With 3 state-of-the-art simulators, you can work on some of the world's best courses, all in the comfort of their climate-controlled facility. You want to know how you can improve? See everything from club speed to spin rate in seconds. Conveniently located at 141 4th Street in Baxter. Stop in. Visit them online at teeupgolfclub.com or call them at 931-559-GOLF to reserve your simulator today. Tee Up is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate proudly presents this home on Links Drive in Cookeville. With 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms at a prime location, this could be your forever home. Call 931-979-1191 for more information and to schedule a showing, or visit chadandamycrouch.com. The Crouch team with Highlands Elite Real Estate is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Entering the second quarter, 16-8 is our score. The Bees with the lead. A balanced effort up and down the stat sheet. 4 points for Cole Harris for Livingston, 2 apiece for Brody Miller and Rocco Carwile for Upperman, 4 for Ty Cobb, 3 for Colton Johnson and Collier Bush, 2 apiece for Turnbow, Huddleston, and Chapin. Livingston ball as we get back to action, and a foul is called. This is going to be the second on Ty Cobb. It's a big call. And we'll have some foul outs in this game. We had one in the girls' game. It's a very active whistle tonight. Pretty physical. Not as physical as the girls' game, quite frankly. That one tipped by Hall. Now a scrum forward, a fight, and a foul. Landon Hall is going to pick up his first, and it's 2 quick ones in 10 seconds against the Bees. This game started at 7:45 tonight, a little bit later than usual because the girls' game went late. We're going to be here a while. They go to work. Tucker Miller has it. Tucker sends left side Hammock. Now Brody Miller. Collision. Thank God we play on. That pass tipped up by Johnson, stays with Livingston. Cole Harris has it. Kicks out to Hammock. He'll trigger the tray. No, too strong. Tucker Miller, though, in the line of the trees, got his rebound, couldn't finish. Rebounded by Branson Turnbow. Turnbow into the half court. Fires it right side for Ty Cobb. Triggers the tray. No. Rebound down. Bronsden Chaffin has it. Muscles back up and one. Bronsden Chaffin finishes through some contact, and he will go to the Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate free throw line. Try to complete a 3-point play. See if this one's on. Wow. It's a huge call. It's on Tucker Miller, and it is Tucker Miller's 3rd personal foul. And Livingston needs Tucker Miller on the floor. He's their best offensive threat. They need him tonight. Chaffin's free throw, no good. The Bees have missed 5 straight at the line. 18-8. Hammock sends right side. This is why. Tucker Miller blocked. Ty Cobb swats it. Now Chaffin. Football pass ahead. That one intercepted by Rocco Carwile. Few football players on this floor tonight. Miller bounces it right side. Cole Harris. The rare case where neither coach is particularly thrilled right now. You can tell by their expression. Carwile around, finger rolls, and a foul is called. This one's on Bronsden Chaffin. It is his 2nd. Some stars are in foul trouble. Rocco Carwile will go to the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line to shoot 2. First one for Rocco Carwile is good. Jack Torrance into the game for Bronsden Chaffin with those 2 fouls. Upperman's gone 9 deep so far tonight. Livingston has gone 7. Next one good, 2 for 2 for Rocco Carwile. Stick around during the Happy Heller halftime show. We'll be joined by Dana McWilliams, and we got some stuff to talk about with Dana McWilliams after that game that we just saw. 18-10. LA hanging around right now. That's where they want to be. Turn it into a 4-quarter game. See if they can go on a run. Give themselves a shot. Hit a couple of threes late. You win the game. Torrance with it. Johnson with it. Back to Turnbow. Turnbow left side. Huddleston. Now to Cobb. Cobb with room to operate. Thought about it. Instead finds Turnbow inside. One dribble. Kick out Cobb. His 3. No good. Ty Cobb a little bit cold from the field despite some good looks. Averaging 28 a night. Just 4 points so far. He had 4 points in the first half on Thursday against Stone, and then finished with 32. As Turnbow with the steal and the score. Branson Turnbow with 4 points off the bench. Big weapon for this Upperman team. Branson Turnbow makes it 20-10. Hammock with it off a handoff. Now Carwile. Back out Hammock. 20-10. 5:28 to go in the ball in the first half, rather. Hammock bounces it right side. Cole Harris. Guarded by Cobb. Fight inside. We play on. Turnbow and Carwile battling. No whistle. Harris starts to drive. Cobb's playing with 2 fouls. He's got to be careful as Carwile turns and flips to Harris. Baseline drive. Shielded off by Turnbow. Down to the mid-range. That one no, but he rips out to Miller. Brody Miller blocked. Colton Johnson with a block from behind. 3 blocks in the half so far for the Bees. Turnbow, left side Cobb. Cobb off the dribble. Baseline drive. Reverses floor for Torrance. Torrance drives, skip pass for Huddleston. Flashing in, nice defense as Carwile playing with 2 fouls. Tips that one out of play. Landon Hall in for Branson Turnbow. We'll get a breather. Torrance looking for the inbound. Just going to fire over the top for Ty Cobb. Cobb with room to operate again. They're daring him to shoot it. He will, and he'll make him pay. A Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3 for Ty Cobb, his first of the ball game, and Upperman has its largest lead at 23-10. Carwile with it. Off the dribble. Starts to spin inside. That one swiped by Johnson. Carwile got it back, kicks over. That's a 2, and it's good. Foot on the line for Brody Miller, but a nice shot nonetheless off the chaotic sequence. LA back within 11. Cobb sends left side Jack Torrance. He'll trigger the corner 3. Good. Jack Torrance with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. And now another steal for him. He read the pass, and Jack Torrance with 5 quick ones prompts a timeout by Jimmy Miller, who is not happy. Upperman's lead is ballooned to 16. It is a 30-second timeout on the floor, so we will stay through it. 4:02 to go in the second. How about the spark for Jack Torrance? Hits the 3, then senses that they've lulled him to sleep a little bit, shoots the gap, steals it, and lays it in for 2 more. Once again, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Out of the timeout. Carwile with it. Carwile. Few dribbles. Now finds Tucker Miller. Miller drives in and a bump from behind. It's going to be called on Landon Hall. And Miller was trying to get that. He's got that mastery where he's dribbling, kind of leaning back, forcing the bump. It's a really high IQ play. You see them do that at the college level a lot. That lean back in as the defender's chasing. Once you have that position, you get calls all the time. That one out of play, stays on this end with Livingston. – 16-point lead for the Bees. LA's got to be very careful here. Don't want to get in a huge hole. Miller with it. Now Carwile. Looking back door, that one tipped by Torrance, saved in for a moment, tipped again. It should stay on this end. Wow. Okay, they give it to Upperman. That is the wrong call, but the Bees will get it back because that one was tipped. The official kind of ducked his head down, which self-preservation, couldn't see that tip on the back end. All right. Cobb across the timeline here, sends right side for Evan Huddleston. Now Jack Torrance with it. Torrance finds Turnbow. Turnbow off a screen to Huddleston. Flashing in, Cobb poked from behind by Carwile. Stays with the Bees with 3:10 to go in the first half. Cobb to inbound. Over the top for Torrance. Now that one tipped out of play. 3:08 to go in the second. Inbound finds Ty. He'll glance over and go to work. Cobb with plenty of room, triggers the 3 and he hit it. Ty Cobb roaring to life with back-to-back Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3s. The lead is up to 19, now nearly stolen. Harris lost it, got it back, rolling, whistle, and a jump. The arrow belongs to the home team. And Livingston is in big trouble on the road now. As Ty Cobb is starting to come to life, it's tough. You say close out on him, true, but you close out on him, he'll hit you with a little shot fake, and then he's inside where he's absolutely silky smooth. It's pick your poison. He missed the first couple, but now he's alive. You see him stretching a little bit more to him. Is it time for the heat check for Ty Cobb? Works off a screen, and now he drives in, and that's why you have to stretch to him. Misses it. Carwile with a rebound. Carwile hands off to Hammock. Now right side Miller. Miller skies up in the mid-range. Hit up top, counted, and one. Nice finish for Tucker Miller. Got hit on the hand after the release. It'll be the first on Colton Johnson and a chance for an unconventional three-point play for Tucker Miller. He'll go to the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line. Thank you very much, Michaela, with the halftime update. DeKalb County leads Cumberland County 26-10 on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Miller, a great free throw shooter. No problem on that one. Sends it through. Back to a 16-point game. Livingston 11-7, coming off a nice win at Cumberland County. Left side, Torrance. Back to Huddleston. Huddleston to Torrance. Now Turnbow. Sends the pass, is intercepted. Read the whole way by Cole Harris. 3-on-2 if they hurry for LA. Harris taking it himself, swiped out, and a foul is called on Branson Turnbow. And this will be 2 free throws for Cole Harris. Turnbow picks up his first. Harris to the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line. And you got to like this if you're Jimmy Miller. You just want to get it a little closer. Getting to halftime, down 12. Very different from down 19 or 20. Score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard in the district. After 3, Stone Memorial leads by 3, 42-39 over White County. We'll keep you updated on it. Again, Goose is there tonight. Cole Harris splits them as the second one is no good. Cobb methodically bringing it up. 1:45 to play in the first half. Right side Huddleston. Now Torrance. Torrance gets a Turnbow screen, works through. Now picks up his dribble, needs some help. Cobb comes out to defend. Cobb overpass, finds Huddleston. Back out Turnbow. Under 90 seconds to go. Evan Huddleston looking inside. Now back out. Over to Torrance. Torrance from the wing. Cobb floats the baseline. Huddleston with it. Now Turnbow. Turnbow to Cobb. Cobb accelerates inside like a freight train, and a block is the call. Just the second team foul against Livingston. Brody Miller picks up his first. Pardon me, make it his second. I missed one in there on him, so that's his second. Again, just the team's second. Inbound for Turnbow, sent over for Huddleston. Now back to Torrance. Torrance to Huddleston. Skip pass, finds Turnbow. Turnbow guarded loosely by Brody Miller. Now back out Johnson. Now Cobb. Turnbow going to trigger the 3. No good. Long rebound. Brody Miller has it. Now here's Hammock into the half court. That pass finds Tucker Miller off the chest of the target, Brody Miller. Back to Tucker. Tucker floats a pass over to Carwile. 38 seconds. Livingston's doing a good job here. If they can get some points, they'll have life into the locker room. Tucker lost handle on it, went and grabbed it back. Now looking for somewhere to go. Brody Miller cuts inside. Little hezzy, throws it up too strong. The putback, though, is good for Cole Harris. Livingston on a run to end the half. 18 seconds. Cobb with it, and he will wait. From 19 down to 13, the deficit here for LA on the road. Again, the buzzer beater artist goes to work. Cobb, he's just going to trigger it from way downtown. No good. Rebound tipped and out of play. That'll bring us to the end of the first half. After 2 quarters here in Baxter, it's Upperman 31, Livingston 18. Livingston finishes the quarter on a 6-0 run. We'll be joined by Dana McWilliams when we come back during the Happy Hiller halftime show. Coverage of tonight's game presented by the Overton County Farm Bureau and Gentry's Power Equipment on the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate is proud to present the Goff Ridge Resort at Center Hill Lake, featuring homes and large level building lots. Homes starting in the 290s and building lots starting at $42,900. The lots are soil tested and approved with utilities at the road and are ready for you to build your dream home. For more information, contact Realtor Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate at 931-979-7145. Watson Chevrolet is proud to present the area's best selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Watson Chevy's staff of experts are ready to get you into your next vehicle with unmatched service and knowledge. Stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway and test drive the all-new Chevy Trax or Silverado today. And remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Watson Chevy is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the UCR Media Network.
The Quality Family, a local company supporting and caring for our local communities. The Quality Family offers services to get you back to the game. From bracing to oxygen and everything in between, we can meet your medical equipment needs with Buckeye Home Medical Equipment. If you have an in-home need for strength and conditioning, for example after a surgery or injury, Quality Home Health is available to provide individualized care while you are on the mend. For those with end-of-life diseases, Quality Hospice is available to provide nurturing care during those difficult times. Choose the Quality family of services for care within your community. Visit thequalityfamily.com to navigate all we have to offer you.
Welcome back. It's time for the Happy Hiller halftime show. At the break, Upperman leads Livingston 31-18, trying to sweep the doubleheader. That's because the Bees, or the Lady Bees rather, got a come from behind victory earlier on tonight, 51-45. They trailed by 19 early in the third quarter, come all the way back to win. We're joined by Lady Bee head coach Danny McWilliams. Coach, I said, shouldn't be any surprise that it's a great game when Upperman and Livingston get together. Another great one in this rivalry. How do you assess the chaos that was that basketball game?
That's probably a good way to describe it. A lot of chaos there, but you know we didn't come out very well early, and Livingston played really well early. I thought after halftime we try to make a few adjustments and try to get our game going back in the right direction. We still felt like we were in the game. We never did feel like we weren't out. I did see we got down 19. Maybe I didn't see that during the game. I don't know. But it was a great comeback for the kids. Really proud of them. I think that says a lot about the type of kids that we got out there playing.
Yeah, it's very rare in January when we do, obviously, with an Upperman game where there's a new Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. Even rarer when it's this far into a high school career that there's a new Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game. But Auburn Johnson came off the bench and I thought really sparked you on both sides of the ball in that third quarter, along with a couple of Sadie South threes. How important was it, and how great was it for a player that's really worked her way into the rotation to step up in that big of a moment?
Yeah, I mean, really proud of Auburn. I mean, she was a game changer. She was the game changer of the night. She had 6.6 steals, but I don't remember when I put her in the third quarter. I was thinking maybe midway, and she had 6 steals in that game and really attacked the rim, made some really big plays, put her in a kind of tough spot in a way. But, Auburn is such a great kid. She's she's a senior here for us. She plays so hard. She's always practiced hard. She's always done everything I've asked her to do. So it's really cool to see somebody get opportunity and make the best of it. And she's been proving that a little bit as we go. Each game I thought in Florida, really she turned the corner a little bit. And, Auburn's just willing to do whatever it is for the team. So, I mean, I couldn't be more proud of her. But honestly, I think maybe if I didn't make that call to put her in tonight, maybe we have a different story at the end of the game.
We were talking before the game about Taylor Delente. She's another BCAT on the BCAT all-team or team in the class. She's been BCAT Player of the Week several times.
Yes.
And tonight it wasn't falling for her, especially early. She hit one in the third quarter, but it just was not going. And she still stayed in there, did hit the three, and then iced it away with some free throws late. How critical is it for her to be able to do those things when Gracie's fouled out and all those things and the threes aren't going to still impact this basketball?
Well, we talked about that. One thing I said to him in the locker room was, I don't know if this is her first one, but Taylor got a double-double tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and I said, she struggled a little bit from the three-point line, which is rare for her. But it happens to shooters, even Taylor Delente's, it happens. And what I noticed about her was the whole game, she was still very vocal. She was still into the game. She was still being a great leader out there. She was still rebounding. She was still playing defense. She still took shots when she needed to. She didn't try to go chase her points down and then big free throws at the end. That's what an all-state kid, a great leader, great teammate. That's what they do. And Taylor did that tonight. I was really impressed with that because it was a struggle for her tonight. I've seen a lot of good players in the past from a lot of places that when they're not scoring, then they shut down. And that's just not Taylor. It's not in her DNA. She's going to be a teammate, a good teammate, and she loves to win. She loves to win like I do. So we don't care about who's doing the scoring or what's happening. Is we're going to try to do what we need to do to win.
You got a big home court advantage every night. This place into the third quarter, I mean, it's as rowdy as it was back I likened it to when you were playing Macon County back in 2017 when it was just chaos in here.
Yeah.
How big was that home court advantage for you tonight? Because it seemed like you started making shots and then it would just avalanche.
Yeah, it was awesome. We always have such a good student section and such good fans. We have a lot of loyal fans here, and it's really fun to get to play. And, you know, and we're talking about that, but, you know, just what I was thinking about when Sadie hit some of those shots. I mean, Sadie, she shot 54% from three again. Just, you know, when you need a basket, and she's a gamer. She's going to make those shots and make those plays. And, you know, I couldn't be more proud of her either. You know, she kind of just she doesn't force any shots. She don't take bad shots. She doesn't care who's scoring, but man, you just can't. When she gets a look, you know, you feel good about it. And but the crowd got really excited in a lot of things. They got really excited for Auburn too, which was super cool. You know, but you know that's what the atmosphere here is and has been for a long time.
You stay in the district, obviously, coming up on Friday, a place that has been a bugaboo for you in recent years. Even last year, one of the ugliest games I've ever seen. You escaped with the win. Given that you get a huge win tonight, coming off that win over Stone, knowing that if you just pull up the record, it's not going to be anything to write home about right now, how much of your guard up does you have to be for these kids going in there knowing, doesn't matter what your record is, that's not a place you've had a lot of success recently.
Well, I think they know, and we already discussed a little bit of that, but they know that in this district there's no free games. Yep. So if you're not ready, you can come home with a loss, and we know that. We're very aware of that. We don't even check the records on teams like that. We don't in our district. It doesn't matter. We don't care about the record. I guess this will be the last time we'll play DeKalb at DeKalb.
Yeah.
So that's kind of odd. You know, we've been playing them. I don't know, forever.
Yeah.
I don't know, for
it's
a long
very
time.
Weird considering it's maybe one of the closest district opponents for
you.
Yeah,
for sure. So, you know, but we're looking forward to it. You know, I'm hoping we'll get back on track. We've been a little bit off this week. You know, just everybody has. You know, just different things going on, and so hopefully we can get back on a routine and try to get ourselves back. But you know, I thought we had played the last two games, played really well. So I think you know, just that comeback. I don't know. We've had some comebacks like that in the past, but it's pretty special for this group to do that, and that's a sign, you know, that you don't want to have to make a comeback, but that you can make a comeback. You know, that's a big plus for us.
It's the biggest home deficit of the season. You erase it, come back, and you win in dramatic fashion. One more little wrap, boys, and congratulations. Number one ranked team in the Tennessee Sports Writers Association poll, the Upperman Lady Bees. Dana McWilliams, thank you so much. We'll see you Friday in Smithville.
Thank you.
What if opportunity was all in a day's work?
We find new ways to make vacation dreams a reality. And that inspires me to do my best work every single day.
What if you can make a real impact in people's lives with a team that cares?
What I do matters, not just for guests, but for my team. We rely on each other each and every day.
What if your work inspired fun and moved people?
We put the world on vacation. Our job is to make people happy. Inspiring travelers around the world to live their best lives never stops being fulfilling.
At Travel and Leisure, what if can be what is. Stop wondering. Join the travel movement and start a career where memories start with you.
Welcome back. Thanks again to Dana McWilliams for joining us there during the Happy Heller Halftime Show. We're live on the main UCR YouTube channel today. Upperman's lead over Livingston is 13. They lead 31-18 as we get back to action here in quarter number 3. Score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. After 3, Cookeville leads Smyrna 44-35 at the end of the 3rd. Right side, Cole Harris, little 3-man weave play, pass kicked out, tipped by Evan Huddleston, so to stay on this end. Upperman led by as many as 19. They were rolling, and then a 6-0 run. Drug them closer for Livingston. They're looking to continue that. And again, get it into the 4th quarter with a puncher's chance and see if they can take their crack at the Bees on their home floor. We saw one big comeback tonight of 19 points. Livingston's trying to mimic exactly that, just the other direction. Rocco Carwile turns around. Now Hammock drives in. Hammock blocked with authority by Bronston Chaffin. In transition, here's Ty Cobb. Power dribbles through. Ty Cobb, no. Colton Johnson right there. Takes out the trash and finishes the 2. A ferocious block for Bronston Chaffin sets up the second chance bucket by Colton Johnson. Back to a 15-point game. Critical early start here for Livingston Academy as they try to draw closer. Cole Harris off a screen. Into Carwile, working on Chaffin. Carwile throws it up with the left hand. Nice finish for Rocco Carwile. He's just a little bit outsized in there, but he's able to use his body so smartly, get up and over Chaffin. Here's Cobb. Chaffin with it. Chaffin, skip pass. Torrance inside. Colton Johnson. Nice feed, and Colton Johnson really making his presence felt with 9 points already. As we trade buckets, playing a little tennis here early on. Hammock starts to drive, picks up. Looking back door for Miller. Miller drives and kicks to Cole Harris. Cole over to Carwile. Carwile waiting on Tucker Miller. Now he hands off. In rhythm. That one's blocked. Huddleston with another block. Bees with a ton of rejections in this game. Cobb in the half court. Finds Huddleston in the corner. Into Chaffin. Chaffin steps through. Bronston Chaffin. A foul is called for a hook on Bronston Chaffin as he went around, and that's the 3rd on Big 23. And he's chuckling his way down the floor. He disagrees. .6:14 to go in the 3rd. 35-20 the score. So appreciate the Overton County Farm Bureau being a presenting sponsor of Livingston basketball. Gentry's Power Equipment, presenting sponsor of Upperman basketball. Cole Harris bounces it left side. Now Miller off a screen, triggers the tray. No, rebound down Bronston Chaffin. Chaffin outlet feed for Torrance. Good defense back in transition for LA. Cobb back to Torrance. Torrance triggers the deep 3. That one's too strong. Rebound tipped. Ricochets. Keeping it in is Hammock. Hammock with a ton of speed. Steps through. Right hand leg good. That's the game Livingston Academy wants to play. Get out and run. That's over and back. Cobb was across the timeline, sent it all the way back to Chaffin. And that's a turnover. Possession back to Livingston, trailing by just 13. Branson Turnbow in for Jack Torrance here. 5:31 to go in the 3rd. It's 35-22. So now the ball will go all the way back into Livingston's in their ball. Bounces it ahead. Miller, hands off. Right side Harris. Cole Harris, back left side. Hammock. Rocco Carwile off a screen. He tries to power dribble. Bronston Chaffin's playing with 3 fouls. Breakdown defensively leaves Cole Harris wide open. That's easy for him. A Twin Lakes tractor 3 for Cole Harris. And a timeout called by Bobby McWilliams as Livingston's within 10. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them and be back in 45 seconds.
When you order delivery from Domino's, you can get more than just pizza for $6.99. You can get specialty chicken, savory pastas, oven-baked Parmesan bread bites, molten lava crunch cakes, and medium 2-topping pizzas as well. We didn't stop at pizza, and you don't have to either.
Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
5:08 to go in the third quarter. It's 35-25. Livingston with a couple of big trays and a big score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Stone roars to life in the fourth quarter, and the Panthers hold serve. They defeat White County tonight 60-44. They know they need to win out, likely, to win this district. We'll see, but that could end up be what ends up happening. Last year, their loss to Sparta tanked their chances of winning in the regular season. They tried to avoid that tonight with a home victory. Overpass looking for Cobb on the alley-oop. Well defended by Rocco Carwile. And now Cole Harris lost his footing. He's okay. We play on. He was able to get it to his teammate Hammock. And Hammock drives and kicks to Rocco Carwile. Would be a big one, and he hits it. Rocco Carwile with a big Twin Lakes tractor three. And LA's within 7. They've cut 12 points off the deficit. Huddleston with it. Baseline feed for Johnson. Now Turnbow drives. Back out. Livingston's in the zone, and they're moving it well. Cobb in rhythm, though, for 3. No. Rebound down. Brody Miller. A chance for LA to claw within 5 or 4. Here's Tucker into the half court. Tucker spins out of danger. Nice feed over to Brody underneath the basket, though. He's got to go somewhere. Finds Cole Harris. Thought about the triple. Instead gives off to Brody Miller. Back to Cole Harris. Over to Hammock. Collier, Bush, Bronston, Chaffin at the table for the Bees. Brody Miller with it. Flips it, looking for Tucker. Went off his knee. Stays on this end with Cole Harris. 3:45 to go in the third quarter. LA's within 7. Carwile. Off a screen. Finds Miller. This is Brody. Brody flips to Hammock. Thought about the triple. Looking to drive, kick, and shoot. There it is. Harris kicks back. 3. Good. LA's unconscious. Hammock with a Twin Lakes tractor 3. And they're within 4 points here on the road. Turnbow over to Huddleston. Huddleston back to Turnbow. Overpass. Now back to Cobb. Ty Cobb to the answer, and he got it. Ty Cobb with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. When in doubt, give it to 0 and get out of the way. 3 minutes to go in the third. We got ourselves a ball game. Hammock, left side Harris. Back to Hammock. Little hot potato. Now Miller has it. LA within 7. Hey, cut it to 4 before that Cobb triple. Now Huddleston there defensively on Harris. Back to Hammock. Looking for another. No, too strong. Huddleston with a board. Evan Huddleston pushing the tempo. Now forced to slow down. Left side Cobb. Cobb against the zone defense. Now Miller picks him up. Cobb, he's thinking about it. Instead gives off to Turnbow. Now Landon Hall. Trying to line up a skip pass for Ty Cobb. Instead, Turnbow will just flip it back to him. Cobb. Back to Huddleston. Now Johnson with it. Colton Johnson. Baseline pass for Cobb. Skip pass finds Huddleston. He'll trigger the triple. No. Rebound tipped around. Out of play. It should stay with Upperman. Oh, they gave it to Livingston. Yeah, that's definitely the wrong call. It went right off the chest of Cole Harris, and they do adjust. Get on the officials to get together. Fitton Sism getting his first minutes. Upperman played 10 kids so far in this game. Bush and Chaffin in as well. 1:59 to go in the third. Inbound to Chaffin. Looking into Sism. Finn Sism out for Bush. Collier Bush hit a 3 in the first half, then picked up a couple of quick fouls. Was forced out. Turnbow. Left-hand dribble flips back to Cobb. Now back to Bush. Cobb. Cobb with a little room to operate. Tucker Miller doesn't want to stretch too far. Off a screen, right side Bush. Corner triple, no. Rebounded by Bronston Chaffin, and a foul. Trying to box him out was Brody Miller, and he'll pick up his third personal. Just the first team foul against Livingston. Chaffin with it off the inbounds. Flips it back to Bush. Now Turnbow over to Cobb. Long possession here for the Bees. Good defense being played out of the 2-3 zone by Livingston. Cobb accelerates to the baseline. Now fires a pass into no man's land. Can Bush save it? Nope. Over and back. The defense works for Livingston, and they'll get the ball back with 1:13 to go in the third. Hammock with it in the half court. Harris sends to Tucker Miller. Tucker finds Rocco Carwile. In the corner, Harris. Back to Miller. Tucker off the dribble, starts to drive, shrugs off Cobb. Now Hammock drives and kicks. This is LA's offense to a T. Drive, kick, get an open shot. Harris into the lane of the trees. Now back out Hammock. He'll kick it over right side Miller. Miller shoulders into Cobb. 43 seconds to go in the third. Carwile has it. Rocco Carwile, 34 seconds. Now Harris. Hammock. Hammock drives in the lane, loses his handle, but it went to Carwile. 26 seconds for Rocco Carwile. He steps around the defense and finishes with a finger roll. Rocco Carwile with 7 in the quarter, 11 in the game. And within 5 are Livingston Academy on the road. We said it in the girls' game. Shouldn't surprise you when blue and gold match up. And it's a good ball game. 7 seconds. Collier Bush, 6 seconds. Right side Cobb, 3 seconds. Cobb throws up the shot. Foul is called, and Ty Cobb's going to go to the line to shoot 2 with 1.4 seconds to go. Swing goes on Hammock. That's his second. And that's where I missed one earlier. It's actually the first on Hammock. And when Brody Miller picked up his third, and I was wrong on the count. I had 20 instead of 30. First one for Ty Cobb is good at the Sonia Brown American Way Real Estate free throw line. The defense been great for Livingston in this zone. Just 8 points in the quarter for this explosive Upperman offense. 15 points in the frame for Livingston. Second one for Cobb, no good. Rebound down. This 3 was too late. And that brings us to the end of the third quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, get your popcorn ready. We got a 6-point game as we head to the fourth. Coverage presented by Gentry's Power Equipment, the Overton County Farm Bureau, and the Watson Chevy UCR Media Network.
Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with the UCR team on Tuesday nights at 7, live for the UCR Coaches Show from the rooftop. Fire and Vine is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. All Sports and Outdoors in Jamestown is the Upper Cumberland's best sporting goods store. From cleats to camping supplies and everything in between, this family-owned store has it all. All Sports and Outdoors is proud to support our community, including student athletes throughout the Upper Cumberland. Stop in at 207 South Main Street or visit their website at hall42.com. Hall Sports and Outdoors is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Stop me if you heard this before. A team led by 19, and now it's a 6-point game entering the fourth quarter. It's the exact same script as the girls' game earlier on, only flip the teams. Upperman led by 19, now it's down to 6 because Livingston's come to life from three-point land, and they're playing really good defense. It's literally the same script. The question is, will it be the same finish? As Collier Bush has it, Ty Cobb's a bit hobbled again. He's been limping around after falling awkwardly. Now he has it out of the corner. Cobb back to Bush. 7:40 to go. Upperman's offense been totally limited. Now a push. Cobb hits the deck. Torrance with it. Torrance. Skip pass. Knocked out of Cobb's hands, and they'll say he touched it last, and possession goes back to Livingston. And Upperman's not happy about the collisions that have been had to Ty Cobb as he drives the baseline. Livingston, they're getting their money's worth as he drives around, sticking those legs out. And now we have a whistle and a stoppage as Ty Cobb is feeling it. He's going to tie his shoe. Try to get his bearings a little bit. He hit the deck hard twice. You can't let Ty Cobb run uncontested if you're an opponent. Livingston knows it. Upperman wants the officials to see it too. A driving little bounce pass over to Brody Miller. Livingston hit a few big threes in that third quarter. Harris drives, spins all the way around and through. Rolled all the way around the rim and then dropped through for Cole Harris. And Livingston Academy is within 4 points. It's the closest they've been tying the closest they've been in this half. Since the first quarter, even. Cobb wasn't ready for it, but does catch it. Just on instincts. Torrance, 1 minute, 10 seconds into the fourth quarter. A hobbled Ty Cobb has been limited greatly. Johnson inside. Bobbles, gets it blocked. Rocco Carwile with the swat. Now he's pushing it in transition. LA with the momentum and the ball. Tucker Miller, left hand lay, and a foul. It's the third on Ty Cobb. And 2 free throws upcoming here for Tucker Miller. That is not goaltending. It's definitely not goaltending. Livingston wants a goaltend. It should not be. And Tucker Miller, a great free throw shooter, is going to shoot 2. And we have a timeout call by Bobby McWilliams as well on the floor. See if it's a full or a 30. Nobody's happy with the stripes in the building. Both coaches letting them know about it. Must be a big rivalry game tonight. It is a 30-second timeout. 6:33 to go, and it gives me a great opportunity to tell you about our friends at Power of Putnam. Parents and caregivers, the best defense starts at home. Take a timeout to talk with your youth about the dangers of substance misuse. Talk, they hear you. For important resources, including conversation tips, visit powerofputnam.org. 6:33 to go in the ball game. Livingston's within 4. They trail by 19. They fought all the way back. It's been a host of different Wildcats. Cole Harris has 12. Rocco Carwile has 11. They've done it with Tucker Miller only scoring 3 points so far. He's got a chance to get a couple of more, though, as he is at the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line to shoot 2. First one for Miller. Do they call it an and one? They didn't call it an and one. There's confusion everywhere. Free throw's no good. For Miller, everybody, they had that discussion on if it should be an and one or not. It was not, which was the correct call to my eye. Next one for Miller is good, rattles home. And for the first time since the first quarter, Livingston Academy is within a possession of the Bees. And they settle into their 2-3. Chaffin sends it to Turnbow. Turnbow back to Chaffin. Right side Cobb. And Ty Cobb bleeding the clock a little bit. Letting his offense get set up. Now goes to work. Turnbow. Johnson back to Turnbow. Cobb in the corner. Got free. And he buries it. Ty Cobb with a Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate 3. His 4th of the game. 17 tonight for Ty Cobb. The Bees lead is 6. Big possession here looking for the answer. Bounce is intercepted. Turnbow picks it off. Now Turnbow in transition. Across to Cobb with a left-hand lay. Unselfish basketball in transition. Here's Livingston, though, on the other end. Similar deal. Carwile and 1. Ronsden Chaffin can't believe it. He's called for the personal. It's his 4th. And Rocco Carwile to the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line to try and get back within 3. And Bronsden Chaffin will get a breather here now with those 4 fouls. He thought he went up. I couldn't tell if there was arm contact or not. Carwile's free throw is no good. Turnbow with the board. Bounces for Huddleston. Now Turnbow. Cobb. Right side Sism. Back to Turnbow. That corner pass, they were trying to set up the same play we just saw. That one tipped out of play by Cole Harris, and it'll stay with the Bees. And now we're having a discussion. What's it for? And athletic director Jimmy Maynard's being called over. I saw the official who called the stoppage look over at the student section about something. Here's an idea. Call the frickin' basketball game and let's play. I mean, good Lord. It is 8:53 p.m. We should be heading home by now. 5:12 to go in the ball game. So now we have a stoppage for something not to do with basketball. It's high schoolers at a high school game. Now, if they said something crazy, okay. If they didn't, let's play. Inbound to Cobb. Both games, I mean, goodness, let's just play. Huddleston. We're all here to see the kids in blue and white, and now an offensive foul called on the Bees. Colton Johnson picks up his second personal, third team foul. 5 minutes to go, a break for LA. They get the ball back down 6. Cole Harris bringing it up. Now Hammock off the dribble, working on Bush. Upperman staying in man-to-man. Been here most of the day. Miller back out. Finds an open Brody Miller. Brody flips for Carwile. Carwile surveys, now finds Brody Miller. Miller has it swiped for a moment, gets it back, puts the dribble back down, and now we have a whistle and a timeout called by Jimmy Miller before the shot. So Livingston burns a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 4:28 to go here in the ball game. Back in 30 seconds.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
4:28 to go in the ball game. 44-38 our score. Livingston with the basketball, trailing by 6 out of this timeout. Called by Jimmy Miller. Knowing the importance of these possessions when you're in a little bit of a hole, he wants to get the right play in. It will be LA basketball underneath their basket. Hammock, Miller, Brody Miller, Tucker Miller, Cole Harris, Rocco Carwile, 5 on the floor for Livingston. For the Bees, Bush, Cobb, Turnbow, Huddleston, and Johnson. Inbound, now Brody Miller has it. Looking back at Hammock, instead gives off to Tucker Miller. Tucker over to Hammock. Hammock finds Tucker Miller. Tucker to Brody. Brody finds Rocco Carwile off a screen. Carwile working on Turnbow. Flips for Hammock. Hammock goes to work in the half court, bounces left side for Harris. 4:05 to play and counting here in the midway point of this fourth quarter. Now Tucker Miller has it. Tucker to Harris. Looking into Carwile, and a foul is called. This is already the fourth. 4 team fouls on Upperman, 0 on Livingston. Branson Turnbow picks up his second personal. And if you're Livingston, you love that. You're going to get to shoot free throws, and you can be very aggressive on the defensive end. Inbounds goes to Carwile, and he is fouled again. Branson Turnbow picks up his third. Into the bonus goes Livingston, and a trip to the Livingston Regional Hospital free throw line for Rocco Carwile to shoot 2. 5 team fouls to 0 in the fourth quarter. Final score on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Cookville defeats Smyrna on the road 60-57. First one for Rocco Carwile is good. He is now 3 for 4 at the stripe. Also leads Livingston with 14 points. Make it 15. Calmly deposits 2 through. A 4-point game. Bronston Chaffin with 4 fouls. Back to the table and in for Collier Bush. Ty Cobb across the timeline. Bounce for Huddleston. Huddleston. Turnbow. Back to Huddleston. 3:40 to go. 4-point game. Cobb. Head fake, drives, and a foul. First one, expect a few ticky-tack ones, but that's a huge call as Tucker Miller just picked up his 4th. They need him on the floor. But that foul count gets as big of a discrepancy. Anytime there's a little touch, you can expect a call. Bronston Chaffin inside off the feed finishes the 2. Just 6 tonight for Chaffin. It's a 6-point Upperman lead. Kind of hovering around this between 6 and 3 this entire quarter. Bounce for Brody Miller. Brody off a dribble. Back for Tucker. Tucker, right side, Cole Harris. Big collision inside, and an offensive foul is called. Bronson Chaffin's upset. Who's it on? Wow, it's called on Bronson. Who is it on? We have the worst signals in the world. Bronson Chaffin. Who is this foul on? That is an offensive foul signal that he keeps making. And they're pointing towards Upperman's ball. It's on Bronson Chaffin. It is his 5th. It is non-player controlled. So Collier Bush will check in. I mean, it's like the 5th time tonight where we've had that same problem. Signal it the right way so nobody's confused and booing. Bronson Chaffin's day is done, and this is going to be 2 free throws, they say, for Hammock. Jagger Hammock at the line shooting 2. Bronson Chaffin's night is done with 5 fouls, 6 points on the board. A big loss for the Bees as they try to hang on to a 6-point lead in a game that has had 0 flow. 0. First one for Hammock is good, and quite frankly, that hurts both teams. Livingston needs to get out and run. Upperman wants to do Upperman things, and we've had none of it tonight, because we have had a stoppage on every freaking possession in the game. 2 for 2 at the line goes Hammock. Back to a 4-point game. Right side Huddleston. Now Bush. Bush, right side Turnbow. Now Ty Cobb, open. Passes it up. Left side Bush. And another foul called underneath the basket by the same official on Colton Johnson. Score update on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Cumberland County beats DeKalb County 45-40. It come from behind fashion. It's an offensive foul, so it shouldn't be free throws. Lord, give me the strength. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight. And the sponsors that we don't want to lose. 46-42 is the score. Under 3 to play. A break. Livingston's got a huge opportunity. They should drive the lane. It'll be 2 free throws at least. Could be an and one. Miller bobbles it. Out of play. Ricochets. Where's it going? It goes to Upperman. Miller and Turnbow are both there. I think it was touched by Miller with his foot on the ground. That would out of bounds, which would be the other way. Cobb bringing it up. Livingston has 3 fouls to give. Outside of Tucker Miller with 4, they can be very aggressive here trying to force turnovers. Right side Turnbow. Now Huddleston. Turnbow. Torrance. Huddleston. Shot fake. Bush. Back to Cobb. Cobb thinking about it. Works off a Turnbow's screen. Picks up. Knocked out of his hands. It was bobbled. It's not a travel. It's tipped. Cobb has it. That is not a travel. Turnbow has it. Got blocked out of his hands. He repossessed. He can come back to the ground. The officials could have helped by signaling that it was tipped. God forbid we do that. Cobb. Johnson. Upperman's killing the clock. Cobb, right side Huddleston. Back out Bush. Livingston's going to have to foul at some point. With 3 to give. Again, they could do it in trap form. Cobb, left side Bush, 4-point game. Bush, right side Cobb. There's a little foul called on Hammock. Grabbed Cobb as he went by. With a second on Hammock. Just the second team foul. Cobb. Hammock there defensively. Cobb behind the back. Just sent him flying. Ty Cobb. That's not fair. Has it back. Hammock, to his credit, right back to his feet. He commits another foul. That's the third. That one will send the student section into a frenzy. It was not a push. It was an ankle-breaking moment. The clock ran off. They do reset it to 1:25. One more foul to give for Livingston. And now there's a lot of grabbing going on. It's Upperman and Livingston. Little flop. We play on. Cobb goes back to grab it. Let's play. It's Upperman and Livingston. Baseline pass, dangerous, stolen away by Rocco Carwile. Ahead to Tucker Miller. Numbers for them. Miller, skies up, is fouled, and Branson Turnbow hooked him on the way by. And an intentional foul is called. 2 free throws and the ball for Livingston Academy as they call Branson Turnbow for an intentional foul. So now a great free throw shooter, Tucker Miller, who is 2 for 3 today, gets 2 and the ball. It's getting chippy, and it's a really close game. And the students are loud. Tucker Miller tunes them out, finishes the first. Two for Tucker Miller, but the huge deal is they get the ball down 2 with 1:12 to go. The turnover, the intentional foul, which, by the way, is an atrocious call. I'm trying not to go crazy tonight because we have had disasters in both games. But break for Livingston. See if they can capitalize. Now a collision inside. We play on. Inbounds pass goes to Carwile. A 3 gives LA the lead. Haven't led tonight. Pass back to Hammock. Bounces in. Big collision. Ball's loose. Still loose. And we have a timeout granted to Livingston with 1 minute to go in the ball game. And there's a lot of chirping and a lot of anger and a lot of frustration all over the floor, and that's what Livingston wants. They want Upperman out of sorts. Colton Johnson's livid about something. Who knows what happened in there? Here's where we are. Exactly 1 minute to play. Upperman lead 46-44. Livingston is in the bonus. They have the basketball. They have the possession arrow as well. Livingston has 1 foul to give, 3 fouls called against them. Bronsden Chaffin has fouled out of the basketball game. Tucker Miller's playing with 3. Branson Turnbow's playing with 4. Pardon me, Tucker Miller's playing with 4 as well. So 1 player each team has 4. Chaffin's already done. It has been a terribly officiated game, and I have the very bad feeling that may really show up with a minute to go. I really hope it's the high schoolers playing the sport we're all here to see that decide this game. I have my doubts, but I really hope that's what happens in this next 1 minute, because it's been a fun game when they've actually been able to play, which has not been very often. Cole Harris to inbound in front of a rowdy student section. Upperman play man-to-man. Again, a foul would send him to the line. Inbound to the backcourt for Tucker Miller. Huddleston there defensively. Miller sends over for Hammock. Now a drive for Carwile. Blocked. Ty Cobb with the swat off the glass, and he is fouled. Ty Cobb with a Mr. Basketball moment. Skies up and swats it away. Cole Harris somehow has dodged the fouls. That's just his first. The next one sends him to the line. And we have a wet spot on the floor where bodies hit the deck. This game is chaotic. It's very different chaotic from the girls' game, but it's chaotic. And I imagine Bobby McWilliams is saying, hey, it was an intentional on the other end. Why isn't that an intentional? I'll just say neither one should have been intentional. We got the sweat wiped up. We got 44.5 on the clock. My goodness. Turnbow to inbound. And now nobody needs to get teed up for either team. Let's play basketball. Let's play basketball. We want to see the kids play basketball. And a timeout going to be called by Bobby McWilliams with 44.5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 30 seconds. We'll stay through it. Here's where we stand. 44.5 on the clock. 46-44 the score. Upperman's lead. They led by as many as 19 in the first half. Livingston clawed back to a 13-point deficit at halftime. Quickly cut it to single digits, and now are within a point, or 2 points rather. But it's Upperman basketball. The next foul would send the Bees to the line. The possession arrow does belong to Livingston. That could loom large. Look for Livingston to try and use their speed to trap. They forced a couple of turnovers here lately. They need another one. And then the X factor. What will the adults decide to do in this game? Turnbow to inbound. Tucker Miller face guarding Ty Cobb. He goes into the backcourt, and Cobb possesses. Cobb wants help. He senses a trap is coming. Gets it over to Evan Huddleston. Huddleston into the half court, picks up, back to Cobb. 36 seconds for Cobb. Accelerates past Miller, now floats back. Miller dribbles, 30 seconds. Defends. Cobb off a screen. Cobb floats back. Another ankle breaker. And now Cobb, as a timeout's being signaled for by Bobby McWilliams, with 21.6 seconds. We're in the exact same situation we were just in. Just take about 23 seconds off the clock. 46-44 is our score. 21.6 to go. 30-second timeout on the floor. Two awesome games tonight. We saw the Lady Bees come back to win 51-45. Now the Wildcats trying to come back to escape with a victory on Upperman's home floor. You can steal a road win in this district. You're in a great place. It's been tough to do over the recent years to come in here and win. Livingston has a history of doing it, dating back years. See if they can do it again. This would be as dramatic as they could come. 21.6 seconds. Turnbow to inbound, right next to the scorer's table. They know who they want to go to. Everybody in the gym does. They'll give it to Huddleston instead. Huddleston back to Turnbow and a foul. Evan Huddleston is going to go to the Sonia Brown of the American Way Real Estate free throw line. And Bobby McWilliams is saying, hey, where's the intentional? I'll give him this. That was very similar to what they called on Branson Turnbow on the other end. Cole Harris commits his second. Evan Huddleston for the first, he is 2 for 4 at the line. Made his first two, missed his next two. That was all in the first quarter. Here in the fourth, young man they call Kev makes the first. This one's huge to make it a 2-possession lead. Got it. 2 for 2 for Evan Huddleston. LA needs a quick bucket. It doesn't have to be a 3, but it needs to be quick. Hammock bumped. We play on. Bounces ahead to Carwile. 13 seconds. Carwile back to Harris. LA needs a shot. Harris drives and kicks. Tucker Miller. No. Rebounded by Johnson. There's a foul, and Upperman's going to escape with a win. Colton Johnson's going to shoot 2. And now the HOGEYE jeer goes up from the Upperman student section and fans. That's the HOGEYE Hog I Just Got Beat chant that Livingston loves to chant the other way. It is thunderous when they win, but not tonight. What a game this one was. As the first free throw is no good for Johnson. Stick around. We'll have the Legacy House post-game show. Go through the EJ's Barn scoreboard, have the Nelson Trophy and screen printing player of the game before getting out of here tonight. Next one for Colton Johnson. No good, 0 for 2, 5 seconds. Upperman just trying not to foul. 3 seconds. Harris turns, bobbles it, puts up the three, banks in, it's good, but it's too little too late. They count the three, but that will do it. Your final score tonight, Upperman 48, Livingston Academy 47. We welcome you into the Legacy House post-game show, Legacy House in Smithville. We so appreciate their sponsorship of us here at UCR. Tally up the scoring on the EJ's Barn scoreboard. Did I mention in the pregame show these two schools don't like each other? These two schools don't like each other. And the student section is letting the Hog-Eye faithful hear it, and the Hog-Eye faithful is chirping back. Scoring from the game is as follows. For Livingston Academy, 15 points for Rocco Carwile tonight. 15 points as well for Cole Harris, including that banked-in three to end the game. 7 points for Jagger Hammock. 6 points tonight for Tucker Miller. 4 for Brody Miller, for a team total of 47. For the Upperman Bees tonight, 19 points for Ty Cobb, paces them. 7 points for Colton Johnson, 6 for Bronston Chaffin, 5 for Jack Torrance, 4 apiece for Branson Turnbow and Evan Huddleston, and 3 for Collier Bush, for a team total of 48. The Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game tonight is Ty Cobb, 19 points, pacing all scores. He, once again, is the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the game. Livingston falls to 11-8 on the season. They're 1-1. Have a big one. Got to turn around and flush it. They welcome in Stone Memorial on Friday night into Hog-Eye country. Big one in that historic gym there in Livingston. For Upperman, they improved to 15-2 on the season. They're 2-0 in District 7 AAA. Next up for them, a date on Friday with the DeKalb County Tigers, who are 0-2 in district play after falling to Cumberland County tonight. Stone Memorial, Livingston's opponent, they are 1-1 after they defeated Sparta on their home floor this evening. We'll have broadcast coverage of that Upperman game from Smithville. We hope to have broadcast coverage of the Livingston game against Stone Memorial. Of course, keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com and our social media channels for everywhere we will be. Join us tomorrow as Jacob and myself unveil the new UC Top 5. Could have some movement this week, especially towards that 5 spot. We'll also talk about all these games this week, a lot of really interesting ones. We'll preview next week's big matchups as we are in the heart of the district slate all of a sudden. It's a 10-game district slate. We are 2 games in, and it is going to be a lot of fun. Upperman sweeps the doubleheader tonight with the Lady Bees getting it done 51-45. The Bees hanging on later, 48-47. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Thursday night, or Tuesday night. It'll be Thursday soon. On this Tuesday night here in Baxter. Final score in the boys game. Upperman 48, Livingston 47. I'm Noah McKay from Madison, McKay on camera, and everybody at UCR. Have a great night, everybody.